Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Some more No Man's Sky. Gonna work on indium farming because I can't convince myself yet to upgrade the Stasis farm to 20, 30, or even 50 devices per day. So we're gonna do some indium farm work because I still like to use indium farms. They are kind of useful. So hey, Spots, thanks for joining in. We're gonna hang out for a minute, give time for some people again. Timmy? Waiting for his treat. Ready? Want this treat? You want it? Here, hang on. Put it right here. And you gotta get it. Come on, get it. It's like it's a trap. Gotta show my teeth off to everybody. Come on, you want it? Here. You want it? Take it. Come on. Come on, take it. Here, I'll put it there. See, still thinking it's a trap. Come on, here. It's just because I didn't put it right in your mouth. There. There you go. Always, he's like, something's up with this. He didn't put it right in my mouth. He like pet me on the head. There you go. So. Oh, we were coming back from outside walking, and he'd been playing. He was tired, so I was carrying him, had him up on my shoulder. All of a sudden, he starts growling. Like getting really mean sounding. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I could feel him, the growling in my shoulder from him. Just And I turn around. There's a pit bull right behind me, following us. I mean, like purebred pit bull, female. Obviously pregnant because she's a little hefty, and she's just sitting there like smiling, as happy as could be, looking at us, looking at Timmy, wanting to be his friend. And he's just like being too mean to her, and she followed us all the way back to the door. Tried to get in the door, tried to get like in front of me to the door, wanted to come inside and hang out. So I gave her one of his old treats that he won't eat. Like it's a stick, like a bully stick, but instead of a stick, it's flattened out. He would never eat them, so I gave it to her. She just took it in her mouth, smiling at me, just sitting there wagging her tail like, it's for me, it's for me. And then finally took off wherever home is. But it was just funny. He was like, she wasn't even like a big pit bull. I mean, she jumped up on me, and her head reached about to mid chest on me. My dog as a kid, that was a half lab, half Rottweiler, was much bigger than this one. And she was so sweet, just wanted to be his friend, be my friend, wagging that tail. And he was just like, he's being mean. He's jealous. That's what it is. You jealous. All right, we're going to jump into, again, No Man's Sky, as usual. And, yeah, we'll work on an indium farm today. And apparently my 100% happiness was not enough to keep some citizens from leaving my settlement. I don't get that. If it's perfect happiness, 100%, why are they leaving? But, all right, I've got 3 indium farms. One I've already really beefed up. It's a lot bigger than this. Hey, Sanchez! Thanks for joining in. I've got one that's much bigger than this. It's the one producing, like, has capacity of like 83,000, and but it's only producing that like in 48 hours. That's the one that, just in case I can't get back every day, it's still going. This one is only going to be every 24 hours right now, but I want to get it up. They're all Class A. The catch is, the reason I picked this one is it's got, there's a spot in the water. It's actually, let me fly up if I can. Come on, there we go. And it's got this little drop down, but the hot spot is like right at the edge. So I can build like a little platform and build upwards. It'll be a nice tower out in the middle of the water. And then I figure I might move the production stuff over here. Tower for power production, and then my little tower for storage. It's just make it easy for me to rebuild this compared to the other ones. Also, right now, per extractor per miner, the production value is the highest of all of my my bases for this. This one's producing per extractor the most per hour right now. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go with this one because they're all class A, so it doesn't matter. This one, I think I want to redo the whole thing and make it look nicer and build it up, make it really big, really beefy, and kind of just see what all I can do. The first thing for that is we're gonna find the exact pinpoint for this. Yeah, pitch. All dog. You've seen those like memes where it's like the most dangerous dog breeds is like all dog breeds are nice. It's all about training, and then Chihuahuas, and it's like then it has Chihuahuas like as the only dog breed named on the thing as far as being dangerous or being mean. Okay, we got 80 percentile. So I'm looking for the closest I can get. Wish it would just work from where you are like pointing. You know? Oh, I had it. It says 79. Not sure about what is this thing right here? It's just like pulsing in my way. Okay. 70. So I go up to 78. Oh, 78, 79. And Timmy's trying to leave me. He's trying to flee. Alright, so I think it was right. Well, say it's right about there, but then I aim at it and it changes. It's like, should just be how you look at it. Like, if I'm looking over here, it should be like that's not it, as opposed to where you're standing, because it's not about where you're standing, it's about where you're looking. That's where the scan is. Okay. So based on where I am currently at, oh, I wish you could do this like where you had like a there. I'm gonna aim, point that is gonna be it. That is as good as it's gonna get for this one, because swimming does not work very well with that. Hey, good afternoon, Felonious. Thanks for joining in. I like to do that too. So yeah, I want to take all these out. We're gonna build a new setup. Sticking with the same. Well, I think that's 6. I'm gonna do 5 right now because well, I guess it depends on how wide I make everything. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. Take. Oh wait, it's not even 6. Oh yeah, it's double stacked. Never mind. I was like, wait a second. Those are awfully tall. I double stacked them already. So even with 12, this was still producing the highest amount per extractor in the end. So I'm gonna go with this one, just because I had it on the better location or something. It was like in a better spot. All right, I want to try to get this to. I really didn't want to do in the ground like that. Alright, we'll just do it like. I'll go one more. Because I don't want to have problems where, you know, sometimes with an update or something, it replaces all the terrain around it, and you end up with this. You know, it's just covered up, and you gotta go and clean it back up. I don't want to do that. I think a 3x3 pattern is gonna be sufficient. And yeah, okay, good time. Get inside. So 3x3 should be good enough, and we'll go redo the extractors. The mission with the Pet Sentinel, I've got a Pet Sentinel. I turned him off Xbox because when I was doing that run to try and get the capital ship, the big freighter that I have, it was like the combat would never trigger. And in the end, it turned out to be either that or the mission I had active at the time, because something caused a problem with it that prevented from anything ever triggering for that. So I ended up turning off the flare that you used to have the Sentinel. He wasn't doing anything. He's just following me around, getting in the way. You know, so I turned him off because of, oh, not the wrong thing. Again, trying to get the regular combat to trigger for me to do the freighter or the freighter defense and get the freighter I wanted. So I think some people had said they had to turn that off for it to work. So as a precaution that might be the cause of it, that was one of the two things I turned off first, along with a certain mission. I turned from that mission to a different one, and that's what let the combat trigger for me to get my freighter. So yes, I have it. I'm not using it because apparently it can cause some problems for missions and stuff like that not triggering right. I'll just go ahead and do like that. Nice clean wiring for the moment. May actually just take that out in the end. All right, so we got that. And I'm just going to go ahead. You know, I'm going to build. I think I'm going to keep the landing platform. I think I'm going to keep it where it is and then build off of that. So, and that ends up digging into the ground, which is not what I was going for, but, you know, oh, I could always do that. May actually, ooh, I'm gonna build with it like that. Yes, it just messed up the ground. But then I'll raise this up so it's all above ground level. Throw that on there so at least it feels legit. Something's holding it up, you know. Okay, so that's good there, and I'm going to... I feel like I want to make almost a walkout. I wonder if the storm part's over enough. No, it's not. Alright, well, I'm going to throw a door on here. Okay. So we're gonna... Or don't... Yeah, we'll go ahead. Yeah. Second door. And what I was thinking is, I kind of like the idea of maybe a walkout kind of thing. Like doing that with like just a little small path that comes out. So I have one that faces for storage, and then one that faces for the power, the electrical, like that. So now question is, how do I get this to snap? I think I can make this, well, nope, I know what to do. Let's take that. So I'm gonna throw the corridor on it because I need a snap point, and I can do that. Take that out, and hopefully, yep, okay, except it's not lining up. So really might as well do like that. Almost, because yeah, that's gonna still stick in. Oh, I wish we had better options on some of this. Okay, you know what, let me, if I do that, does that stick into the, it does not show in the floor. All right, that will work well enough. Let's put the hollow door. There we go. Take that out. So now I have like a little walk path that's technically kind of aligned to this. And so power setup right there. All right, do the same thing. So put the walkway there. Okay, you gotta get the snap point. Take that out. Now we got this snap point. Take that out. I'll just throw. Yeah. All right, this is gonna go in the ground a bit, but it's not a problem on this side because that's, well, and see, it didn't fully clear everything. So I don't like doing that because it's not consistent in how it works, even now. All right, but that's enough. So walk out to the ship. Walk out to storage because it's closer to that, so this will be where the storage pipe's in, and then walk out to power production. Nice and easy. Actually, let me think about this, even though I did just make that. Let's do it over the water. Let's do it over the water. Hey, medic, how's it going? I'm doing all right. What's up with you? Timmy left again. He didn't just like get down and go over here. He has fled the room. All right, well, Timmy had his snack and left us. The gratitude, you know, here's a treat. All right, bye. That's what I get. Okay. So, yeah, let's change this. Instead of doing that side, we're going to do this side. So again, I need a way to snap the door to it. Take that out. Snap the panel. Oh, can't build any. Used up all my stuff. Oh, and I didn't bring all my, I haven't brought the ship in yet. Which is fine. Oh, and based on my current resources, that comes out. We have one more. This will be storage. That way it's kind of like it's lined up there. I may actually, instead of doing this here, put that over here. I'll just take that door out and just add the door. Yeah, that might work better. Put it right here. And this just could be open right there. All right, so we got those built. The 6 I had. I got one marking the middle, and I've got the first row. And I'm going to need power. Kind of the idea was to get as much of this kind of built before I started tearing the other stuff out as possible, but oh well. All right, you know what? Batteries. Trying to decide how much. Let's just, you know what? We'll line it up, kind of with those, and then. No, not that. Solar panels. And then solar panels, little more density, because there's no electromagnetic here. Only good electromagnetic I've found anywhere doesn't have any good resources by it. That's at my other base. So that gives me that lineup. 2 trunks, and we'll just throw a nice little single switch here to wire everything to. And that feeds this, and we'll feed all the way over to. Oh, come on. Okay. See, you need to be able to back out of the wiring. If you click and you can't go to the next spot, it needs to let you back out. I don't get why that's not a thing. Again, you change your mind. You gotta go somewhere else. It should let you back out. The same way it backs out of every other option. Alright, close this stupid starship. Always the starship. I'll land it here next to this. I like how you can build something as long as the starship's not in the way at that moment. And it can totally get in the way later, and it's not a problem. Oh, wrong thing. No. Oh, that was way too easy to mess up. That it should not have been that easy. All right, landing pad. That. And then go back to the doors. Almost tempted to just do an actual, like, door there, but yeah, we'll go with the easy run through kind of door. There, that's good. Okay, now can I get this power to work? I'd rather just go off of that. All right, so we got the power there. And obviously we have no power production right now because it's nighttime. We'll go ahead and get this started. Okay. See, like, if you're using the electrical wiring and you don't have point A, like the first one selected, and you right click, it goes back to this. If you have point number 1 selected and you're supposed to be choosing point number 2, if you hit the right click, it exits out completely of the build system, which does not make sense. That should not be the case. It should not be done that way. Period. You know what? I'm just going to give a little bit more space. So each row is going to be centered. Yes, I could get even more dense, but this way it just makes it a little easier on the wiring from a visual standpoint. And I'll just stack. I mean, in the end, it's just all I'm going to add is vertical height by stacking more and more floors to it. I can still get the same number of solar and battery. It's just it's going to be more vertical height, which is fine. I'm going to make this look big. I want this to be like impressive. Well, at least like, you know, it stands out. Maybe not the most attractive looking setup, but it's going to be a big one. I want to get down to, if I can, using this one, just the one Indium Farm. Activate the Indium Farm. Get rid of 2 bases at the same time. Yeah, okay. So that's got the power there. There it goes out. Why is it I deleted part of this here and it didn't reset, but I delete that and it resets. You know, again, that consistency thing of stuff not being consistent. Alright, so we're gonna line up. I'm just gonna go ahead and deck it out. Every one I can build, because this way we've got the production starting once the sun comes up. I think I'm getting a little offset. You know what? Easier. Like that, that, and that. No Jason yet? Or Jenny? Guess, well, I know Jenny was working in the yard last time. Jason's been working on stuff a bit. So I make most of his summer off of work. this. I don't know if this is actually going to match what I had already in terms of count or not. I think that should be a pretty doable amount to start with. Again, building the structural part, the flooring is cheap. I can do plenty of that. Okay. So those are all connected down the trunks. Both trunks connected there. All I gotta do is ping, ping, ping on each row. That's easy to see target. That's why I spread things out more. Makes it a little easier. And I know at some point, you know, as I keep adding more extractors, of course, the diminishing returns thing is going to be a problem. Which is why I picked this one, because I went based on the current value of production plus the way it looks. I feel like this is the one that gave me the most room to work with without it being awkward in terms of placing anything. So once this is done, I will simply be completely breaking down one base. Oh, and I stepped outside. Let's go back inside. I'm gonna get rid of one base entirely, and bring those supplies here and stack everything, and then I'll get rid of the second base from that. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta have the room. I think it's 7. I think that was room 7 that I had on that. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh no, I don't have any glass with me. I can fix that after this. Is it rooms? Yeah, I think. All right, so this building. See, yep. Yeah, it's number 7. Okay. Should be number 7. And the teleporter. Gonna just, yeah, free place. Right there. Boom. Okay, that's... I'm not getting no power. It's storing power. Oh, it didn't keep that. I thought I did the, you know, connect from here to here. Alright, we got... Hang on. Room number 7 was facing the wrong way. I feel like it should have automatically picked up the right way with there being only one potential direction that would work. So yes, there goes. Alright. So now the fun part of supply storage. I don't have anything to build them. Alright. Well, nothing's producing anyway, so. Yeah, see, it's a little awkward structure arrangement there. That's why I get rid of it. Redo this one, make it look better. So go with I'll move that one just a touch. And that one just a touch. So it's not sticking out so much. So that's 5 by 5, 25 storage per floor. I'm just going to get the first floor done and see how much production that is. Or how much capacity that comes out to. and how much time it will take with a total of 6 going right now, which are not even hooked to this yet. How much you could do like the way we had the power switches, honestly. We need some kind of like central piping type thing. Since they changed it where the piping is only on certain spots and it has to have like a certain flow to it. You need like a pipe junction. Like something where I could be like, okay, here's all these from this flow going here, all these combine here, you know, and it's just, it would make it easier to structure some things in terms of the way everything would be connected. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect, you know what, we'll just go from the shortest point. So this will be the outermost one. Like that. And then like that. Oh, now the problem. Okay. Go this one. I'll go ahead and get the outside ones. And hopefully this will be just simple enough. Straightforward, get everything hooked in. And we go see how much it will do right now. It should be producing at the rate half of it because I've only done 6 and I had enough for, I had 12. So it should only be doing enough, half of what it was, but storage capacity wise, let's see what this gives me. Oh, well, that's right. There's no storage until it's got something to store, right? You know, it's like, until it's got something connected for it to actually store anything, you don't know how much storage you got. Which I guess could make sense to a degree, like, you know, the difference between storing a bowling ball and storing golf balls. But I would think in this case it wouldn't be a problem. 26,250. So I was getting 33,000 range, I think, on this. Maybe it was a little more. It was somewhere around the 33,000 range. And we're at 22 hours. So if I bump this up a bunch more, then it's going to get up to over the 24-hour mark. And then I add some more. If I get to another, like, full 6 to the 12, I can basically batch this out soon. I think once it's matched, it'll be fine. I can't remember what the extraction rate was beforehand, but I think it's the same. All right, so we've got that. Got power, which is completely full on storage already. Yeah, okay. I'll add some more right there. If I can get it to. So, let's go ahead and do the next level up because I know I'm going to be doing this first. Actually, I'm gonna do skinny wall. And even though I'm sure that will work, might be a kind of a pain to get in there if I have to fix anything because of how tight they are. So we're just gonna go like that. And fortunately, that does not interfere with the piping. All right, get that. I'll throw another floor. Well, there we go. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Oh, why that went there? Yeah, same as why it targets stuff inside a structure. You're not able to look inside, but you can target, you know, inside of it. Okay. Oh, and I'm down on ferrite dust. Oof. Probably a good thing I've got a bunch in storage. 7 more of those, okay. And then 15 of those. Alright. I still have all this here to take out. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get the other extractors done, because this is all about maximizing. I want a lot of production. So we're gonna get, you know, I figure, see, if I get to about, say, 90, 100,000 a day would be good. Figure that's a good amount. That's, you know, a row worth of stacks. That's, you know, every week, like a storage room full of this. So supply pipe. Now the supply pipe's gonna act funny. Oh, because I don't have the ferrite dust. Yeah. All right. Well, I can take care of that. Kind of would like to avoid the storm. Oh, let's get the wrong button. All right, now. And of course, that's carbon because I went with the cheaper stuff here. No reason to redo this. And then that does not fix itself back for some reason. And did not get any dust. All right, let's go. You know what? I don't need that. I need, for now, let's just call in my ship. That's the better way to do it. I'll just, you know what? It's here, storm or oxygen. One or the other, I'm going to be draining. So I'll just, oh, well, never mind. Storm clearing. All right, let's just stay right there. Okay, so now, try to do the same thing. We're going to trunk along that. Let's see if I can get that to connect. Cannot connect up to there. I can connect to there, but I can't connect over there. Which is still one of those. And again, same thing with supply pipe. It's like whatever they treat these as just messes things up. That if you've got the first thing selected but not the second, it just takes you out of building mode. And that's so annoying. Okay, let's say I went to that one, so go into that one, go into that one, go into that one. Now, power should be easier. Alright. Yeah, just that, all the way across. All right, so that is 15. And my extraction rate, I went from, it was 6. I had 12 here. I think the 12 was 1,400 an hour. So now I'm at 1,572 an hour. And 18 hours. I mean, that's Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm going to then upgrade over there. In case you didn't notice, I changed my character theme a bit. I went to a slightly different robotic look. Because it got me thinking, yeah, we don't have the option. I was hoping we could find a way to make it work, but I want a gold-plated looking cosmetic for like armor and such. So you can look like you've got shiny gold plating. And kind of like the way you think, like C-3PO would look. But I did my theme around a different robot from the 80s with similar eyes to this one. And in the second movie, he ended with a gold plating finish, which is what kind of made me think of it, because kind of has a similar like look to his hands and everything as this. So if you know what robot I'm talking about, I want to see if you can guess it. But it's not C-3PO. It's a different robot from the 80s, from movies, that had eyes and hands and stuff like that, similar to this robot. Let's see if anybody can guess the inspiration for this look. And yeah, might as well use that as a save. Oh yeah, carbon. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so first floor power is good. Of course, I'm storing. I am using almost the full amount, so that's going to make the storage a bit slower to charge now. So yeah, it's time. Johnny 5! Got it already. There you go, Devin. Johnny 5 is alive. No disassembled Johnny 5. Yeah, have you ever seen... They actually made a Short Circuit 2, which had... I can't remember his name, but it's the guy that played the Indian guy in the first one. He's back in it. And, guy, what's his name? McKean, I think, from... he's done a bunch of movies, like a lot of them. But I always think of him as the blonde guitarist from Spinal Tap, from that movie. That was the role. I always think of him. I think his name's McKean. He was in it too. But they didn't get back the dude from Street Academy or Police Academy. I can't remember his name now. He's like got big off the Police Academy ones and then he left. But yeah, they made a second one. And at the end, Johnny 5 gets a nice gold-plated finish for being a hero. You know, all that sort of stuff. And I was wanting a gold-plated finish, but this is as close as I can get. We got like a yellow kind of matte finish to it. You know, no gloss. I want a glossy finish. I'm hoping we can get that at some point. Already got my first 250. Okay, let's see. I need to ramp up some power now, so we're gonna do the same thing again. Except I don't have to go 3 high on this. If I was doing the electromagnetic, I would go 3 high because of the height of those, but there's no electromagnetic close by. And yeah, those can fit under 1 level, but because of getting in and connecting everything, I'm just going to go 2 high. And if I have to go in and fit something gets messed up with an update or whatever, I want to make it as easy as possible on myself. I still hate these controls they changed it to. Because they didn't fix the problems with the controls. They didn't fix the problems with the building system. They just changed the building system to kind of make it easier to find stuff. Okay, so I got that. See how I'm doing. 290 available to build now, thanks to my storage on my ship. So this will be nice and easy. I'm going to deck it out as much as I can. The old base is cleared. And once I get to a certain point, we'll go to the other base. I'm actually going to dismantle in favor of this one. And I'll have all that stuff to bring back as well and just build this up. This is going to get... I'm going to make it tall. You know, tall, high producing. You know, again, if I get to about 90 to 100,000 a day with this every 24 hours. And I want to give it a little bit of leeway because maybe I don't get to play every night. You know, I'm not going to lose too much at that point. Maybe let it have enough room to go up to like take 30 to 36 hours to fully fill it up. But we're gonna go for 24 hours to produce, say, close to 100,000. I think I can make that work reasonably. I don't even need a ferrite, rusted metal farm. Again, I can go and I go buy some more, but I've got so much already stockpiled that I didn't need it. Because like at one point I just was, every time I saw a trader for something else and they had ferrite dust, I would buy it, and I still kind of do that anyway. So I will say I have maybe 2 or 3 stacks full of ferrite dust right now just in storage. Like I've got too much in storage. I need to burn through some of this anyway. As much as I could just said I'm going to rework that Stasis Device farm, and I may still do that. I'm still kind of thinking about turning it into a single layer design that is repeatable and stackable. I didn't want to do it right now because that will require some additional farms for certain things that I don't want to get into trying to hunt down and build just yet. Like, I really don't want to have to go and worry about buying the paraffinium for that and dioxide, so I'd have to go and definitely set up some more farms. But I may do that at some point just to say I did it, and then turn around and make me like a 50 stasis device per day setup. I mean, why not? I've already got enough. I kind of stopped making them for a couple days just in case I did decide to redo the farm, so I'd have supplies ready to go. But I know if I'm going to do that, I am definitely going to be building farms for everything else. Part of what inspired me, the idea of I want to streamline my activated indium, because I don't want to have like 30 different bases and, you know, like 27 of them are farm mine type bases. I don't want to do that. I would rather have, you know, like each base having, like, if it's decorative, it still has some functionality, you know, something like that. So oh, you did not just, did you really just create? Hey, yes, you did. Again, why it lets me target stuff through the floor is just dumb. Absolutely dumb. Yes, I do remember Subnautica. I just have no inclination to play it right now. Like that or Below Zero, because, I mean, I've already done it so much. There's nothing new for me to do. I've built pretty much everywhere. You know, I built places where you're not supposed to build. I've done all the major mods. Right now, waiting for FCS to fully release their mods for Below Zero, and then I'll consider, you know, doing another round with it. But nothing's changed significant enough on any of those for me to really bother doing anything new for it. And I again don't have the desire to do anything with those right now. Okay, so that's done. Come out. I'll worry about some cosmetics later. So, yep, it's draining quite rapidly. 4.5 minutes now. And, oh yeah, it's gonna take a bit longer than that, so I'm gonna run out of power. But I did just upgrade. I think in the end, I'm gonna get to a point where I have plenty of storage. and I'll just then go like an entire level that is nothing but solar panels. All right, and while that's going, go back to this because this is where was Mel playing, or is it oh, it's the piping I needed ferrite dust for. Yeah, let's see how much. 1,365 supply pipes now because of how much ferrite dust I have in storage. So all right, we're gonna bump this up, or I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this laid out. And try snap that one into the middle. Yes. BT is Johnny 5. Johnny 5 is the look I was going for with my new appearance changes. I decided to get away from the kind of, you know, mercenary rogue look that I usually have. I wanted something that looked still kind of beefy for a robot, not like a little frail robot, because, you know, this is, you know, we're in combat. It's not like we're C-3PO and like just run away at the moment that anything happens. So my robot's got to look at least a little bit stout and beefy. Howie Mandel? What about Howie Mandel? Was that him doing the voice? Because I never even bothered to look see who did the voice for it. If that was him, then that's interesting because, I mean, you don't really like. It's not like he just stands out in it, you know, as far as that being the voice. You know, partly because they had to throw the robotic effect to it, I guess, but it just does not stand out to me as that's like, oh, that's Howie Mandel, you know, if that's who did it. I mean, oh, that's who it was. Steve Guttenberg was the one in the first movie who did not come back for the second movie. He was the one in the first movie, the guy from Police Academy, and he didn't come back for the second one. And it was, again, I think the guy's name is McKean, that did the second one, became kind of the partner other guy. You know, the guy who played like the Indian Pakistani guy, whatever is, you know, not actually Indian or Pakistani. I don't think he is. I know he's been in quite a few movies. He's always just portrayed, you know, as like normal American guy, Caucasian American. So it's kind of interesting they decided to go with somebody like that to do, you know, this is gonna be the guy coming from another country to the U.S. to work in robotics. But yeah, was it McKean? God, I can't remember for sure if that's his name, but he was. All right, it was Nigel Tufnell and David St. Huggins was the character. I think it was David St. Huggins Hubbins was the name in Spinal Tap that he played. That's what I always think of. He did others. I will say, I think he was the. If you ever saw the Coneheads movie, you know, Dan Aykroyd, they had the FBI, whatever guy chasing him. And the main guy, I think that was also portrayed by him. And then David Spade was the assistant to that guy. The suck-up assistant on that movie. But I will say, yeah, I think that was the same guy doing both of those. But yeah, he's in the second movie. And it's weird because, you know, they didn't have Steve Guttenberg in it, which was kind of a letdown. All right, so we got 53,000. So, yeah, 25. So, yeah, 26,000 per. So I'm going to do 4 floors. That will give me just slightly over 100,000. Yeah, Steve Guttenberg was in Short Circuit. I couldn't remember her name. He was in the first one, but there was Short Circuit 2, which was David McKean, I think, or whatever his name, McKean, in it. He's the one in Short Circuit number 2 that is the partner of the same guy from the first one, not Steve Guttenberg, but the other guy, the guy that was supposed to be, like, you know, Middle Eastern of some sort. I can't remember his name. He's been in a bunch. I always remember that guy, besides Short Circuit. He was in Hackers as the bad hacker guy. You ever saw that one? One of the early ones for Angelina Jolie. He was the one that played the hacker on the corporate side that was like, you know, the bad guy. And he did like, I want to say one episode of Californication with Dave Duchovny. He was in one of those episodes. A really funny role for him, but he's just like, you know, in one episode something happened. He didn't come back for another episode. And but he did a really good job with that role. He's been in a lot of movies. That's just the ones I can think of for him that I remember his character so well. I just can't remember his name. Ooh, we got power again. Let's see how my power is going. So, all right. So I'm getting a good bit of power going up. Still got plenty of storage. Gonna take 18 minutes to charge. Yeah, okay, maybe. We'll see how this goes. I might do another floor where it's just solar panels. Oh, did my thing? Oh, it did not wear up. Okay. If the sea truck was in the original Subnautica, everyone used it over Sea Moth? I don't think so. Yeah, I would not. I mean, if the sea truck was in the original Subnautica, nobody would use it because they would just use the Cyclops and prawn suit. Period. You know, that's the whole reason the sea truck got used in the Below Zero was because it was basically the replacement for the Sea Moth and the Cyclops and a bad in-between replacement for that. Did I build farms for the plants or use refiner method to produce plants for the Stasis device? I built all the plants are built at my main base in a single floor for that, and basically I went through, counted up every bit of the plants I would need, built them there. Now, if you go in to produce a stasis device, like that, and you go look through, I counted everything. So I have a farm for sulfurin, a farm for nitrogen, and a farm for radon, which is like 26,000 a day. So way more than I need. I mean, that's enough to even do 50 stasis devices a day. The paraffinium, phosphorus, and dioxide I was buying. Condensed carbon, I got that sorted because I have my oxygen farm for chlorine expansion, which is producing way more now since I overhauled it like I'm doing with this one. So I have extra oxygen for the chlorine expansion, and I'm using that oxygen with the carbon to produce the condensed carbon. And for the carbon, I just made a little building with a lot of freestanding planters, which is part of why I was kind of thinking of redoing that whole thing to incorporate those better into the design. But I just did biodomes, and it's 3 floors right now, but I think I could get it into a singular floor design and turn that into a good, like, oh yeah, this is 10 devices, and then I just stack it from there. I'm kind of still leaning towards that, but the plants I planted last week, and it just ended up being a case of I ran out of gamma root because I had been making a bunch of lubricant beforehand, just trying to use up supplies, didn't even think about running out of stuff like that, and I had to keep coming back to get it filled up. But everything's full. Tons of glass on my storage in my ship right now. Actually thinking of the glass, that reminds me of this. I was gonna do this and do a nice glass. 227 glass, at least that much, because you know, if it was I'm lower on than now, ferrite dust, now I got a little more. So yeah, plenty of glass. I may actually expand that out later, do something a little different with it, but for now, that works. It'd be great if you could build those into like one of these and it would just work perfectly fine, or build it into a cylindrical room. You know, like have it inside the cylindrical room and it becomes the room. I don't like having that just kind of sticking out in the open. All right, so we are looking at 33 hours to get to the halfway mark, so I need to build a bunch more of those. Let the power slowly charge up to see how it does for the day. Do I run out of power again, or does it keep going? You know, how's it going to end up looking in the end in terms of the current power? And then the next floor will either be the same design and layout, or it'll be all solar panels. And this is what I was wanting to do. I tried to do with another one of my bases, but I'd already built the layout too wide, so I'm probably going to take out that Indium Farm too in the end once this one's all set up. But, you know, it's nice, compact. Yes, vertical towers. I could make the towers wider. I could do them 5x5 panels instead of 3x3. You know, you could do 10x10. It's just in the end, I want a stackable design for these. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go ahead and line up right down the middle. Because of this. Get it right in the middle there, and okay. It'd be so much easier if this was like just a Class A right next to even a Class C electromagnetic. I just have way more power, a lot cheaper. But, you know, make do with what you get. So I'm gonna expand this as much as I can. Well, what about silver? I didn't say silver. I don't know how much silver I've got, but I get plenty of silver whenever I need to. I just go buy it. Or you talk about silver in Subnautica, because it depends on which one. You know, in some cases it can be hard. Like, so below zero, Subnautica, you know, below zero, lead is obscenely hard to get because it is just not common. Whereas in the first game, it was just you had way too much. Again. All right, I'm getting really tired of that happening. Like, I need to just sit right here like this. And again. It's too easy to target something you shouldn't be able to target. Let's make sure that was fully connected. Yep. And get this all done, and this will be finished. Okay. And let's see, I did all those connected, so we're going to connect from here. And that takes up all that. Yeah, Lost River, I think, yeah, you get a lot of silver there, but most people go there for, sulfur. I think, was it not sulfur? That's been on, was there, I can't think of what it is. Nickel. That's it, nickel. Most people go there at Lost River for nickel because there's that area where it's just tons of nickel everywhere. Okay, so that should put me at 78-ish, 79-ish thousand. Something like that. I'm looking right at the thing. I should build on that, not look above it to build on it. I shouldn't be looking right at it and it be trying to place on like the platform below. I wish they would fix that. Like take a break from expeditions. Let's make a fix to the building stuff that is so problematic. At least I'm gonna have a nice view in the end on this. Alright, so again, so I'll just start with the center. Yes, okay. And this should give me the capacity of the 100,000 that I want per day. And so then next will be just doing the extractors, the miners. And I see I'm finally starting to get low on metal plating. You know, just 620 metal plating right now in storage. It's, you know, perfectly normal thing most players have. Eating up all their storage space. Okay. So that, I'll just go ahead and do this. So I know I'm on the right side for it. So with this, I will have every bit of storage I want. And then I'll add one more floor to give it a little bit of extra room in case, again, you know, I'm not quite exactly like, oh, hey, it's been 24 hours. Let's get in and get it. I want to get it as close to the 24-hour mark as I can. You know, if it's 23 hours to produce the 100,000, then I'm fine with that. You know, I'll give myself a little extra wiggle room in the end. And then it's a question of power at that point, because I'm sure that's going to push my power production kind of to the edge. Maybe just go ahead and do one more row for one more level for batteries, and then the next level could be all solar panels for the just raw power production during the daytime. All right, that should get me at 106, 107,000, 103,000. Okay, I'm not sure on that one. It's 53,000 for 2 floors with 25 per floor. So you would think if I did another 2 floors with 25 per floor, it would double the amount. So unless something did not connect, it's possible. I guess I missed one, because that should be fully connected. I know I'm not missing, like, I can't be missing that many, because I was missing a lot, it would be a lot lower. All right, one. That's why I kind of wanted to spread them out so I can go through like this and see. Yep, 5. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that? Did I miss that one? Nope, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look like I missed anything. Because those were the floors I added after looking at it saying 23,000. Or 53,000. So 53,000, and then I doubled the amount of storage, but my storage did not actually double. That's not really how it works. It shouldn't work. I mean, the storage is not, shouldn't be decreasing in efficiency, right? It should be, you know, you have a chest that holds 10 items. You have a second chest that holds 10 items. You can hold 20 items. Not here's, and then you take 2 more chests that can hold 10 items each. You hold 40 items. This is like, well, 2 chests hold 20 items and 4 chests hold 37 items. But the chests are all the same. What the? Okay, did I? All right, that. Oh, and look, I did this row. Did I mess it up differently? I did that one like that. That one like that. That one like that. Okay. And that one like, nope. Okay. These are the main trunks going up to each floor. Each floor is 25. That doesn't make sense. Jason, you finally made it. I guess if you were to shrink the extractors, BT, it'd be a case of like, does that reduce the efficiency or not? Because realistically, I guess it would be like, oh hey, I got this. It was this big, now it's this big, but it works just as well. I think you would have to go with reducing the efficiency on that, like making it less capable. You know, it's like a smaller lamp does not cover the same area as a bigger lamp unless it's outputting a much more concentrated brightness, you know, which might mean more power consumption. Hey, Jazdy. Well, BT, I spent a lot of hours looking for an S-class farm, and the best, I mean, I'd find an A-class market, and then the next 2 hours searching, it would be nothing but C. Maybe a B-class. So in the end, I just finally said, okay, I'm just going to build an A-class. And then I went and looked at another planet and found an A-class, and that was the best one after a lot of looking. Then I did a third planet. Same thing, A-class, after a lot of looking. So yeah, I would like to do S-class, but I could only find A-class was the best on 3 different planets with a lot of looking for it. Have to go have an x-ray for your root canal on Saturday. You're having the x-ray on the Saturday versus, are you going to have the root canal on a Saturday too? Or you got, like, I'm guessing the x-ray is not being done by the dental surgeon. They're sending you to, like, the hospital or something. Because I would think they would be like, we don't work Saturday. Like, no dentist I know of wants to work on Saturday unless it's an emergency. Outer Wilds, I've looked at it, and it's just not one that has stood out to me as one I want to jump into. I've got more than enough games to play right now. I mean, I keep getting offers for new games, like such as, you know, getting sent Forever Skies by the dev. Got sent that Life Not Guaranteed, was it? Life Not Supported. Got sent that. Got sent Don't Die in the West. You know, I'm getting tons of games sent to me, and I've had too many to play. And unfortunately, Outer Wilds is just one of those that I looked at, and it's not one that stands out enough for me to want to play it. Oh, this is power. Really, this should probably be the last level I have to do in terms of at least batteries, I would think. Maybe another level, just depending on how quickly it drains. Because I do still have to add in a bunch more extractors. You know what, before I do that, let's go ahead. I mean, I'm still at the plus 100,000 mark. I don't get how it did not double in capacity. Instead, just went to, you know, a little less than double. I don't get that part, but okay. I'm going to go ahead and just still get the remaining ones built here. So I was 12 extractors here. And was doing decently. This is going to put me at 25. Which is totally fine. Okay. And then I'm going to get these each connected. Actually, yeah, let me do it like this again. And then with this done, and of course power running again, I'll see just how much I actually need. Sorry, so it started from here, goes that way, comes across here, goes across here. So gotta keep the flow going. If I go that way, but then I can't go that way. Which one? Okay. Okay. It's 25. We'll see how that increases my timer. It was like, what, 33 hours, I think it said, before at 103,000. Oh, wait, no. 58 hours. That did not go up too much now at that point. That's okay. I mean, if I'm going to just keep stacking to build it up. I want to get 100,000 around 24 hours, even if it takes a lot of resources, because I got them. And speaking of resources, it's a good time for what I'm going to be doing. Let's go dismantle another base, which is going to be this one. So you're going to get just the x-ray. And, oh, so, like, they're making the office staff work today to do the x-ray? That'd be mean. I would think that'd be one of those, like, we'll do the x-ray on Monday. You know, we'll do it on a weekday. Everybody else go enjoy the weekend kind of thing. So yes, this one is going to be dismantled. This base is coming out, partly because I'm tired of hearing that high security planet message three times. Every time I teleport here, it has to tell me extreme sentinel planet 3 times. There you go. It just keeps saying extreme sentinel planet like 3 times. All right, that might be number 4 there. Is it just gonna keep doing it? It's always been at least 3 times it would say extreme sentinel planet. And I'm tired of hearing that. I can't believe they can't get that fixed. And that's what's bothered me about this one, and why in the end I decided I was not gonna be sad to see this one go. Plus, it's not the best position as far as bases go. I'm kind of Yeah, in a bad spot. Oh, but now I remember this planet. I got that. That's where I got my one of my pets. Come on, you can land. Fine, I'm going up here. There. Yeah. Oh, going again. Tell me Extreme Sentinel Planet. I'm pretty sure I heard you the first few times. Yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of this one. I'm tired of that. It was bad. Ridiculous that it should not be going like that much. Like, oh yeah, let me just keep telling you this over and over. Also, the first one I did that had to go with the wood paneling because it was cheaper.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Oh, I dropped the thingy down. I like how somehow I managed to end up with a solar panel embedded in the ground. And that is why I don't like to dig or, you know, build stuff into the ground, because you end up with stupid stuff like that where the ground regenerates over one thing but not the others. Alright, we're going to delete the base. There it goes. That spot is now open for somebody else to fight with building there. And let's just see what I got. Yeah, look at all that. Plenty of supplies. And granted, I wasn't getting outside the base that much except to grab supplies, but still. High Sentinel activity, repeat messages about Extreme Sentinel Planet, and then you got crazy weather, crazy temperature swings. It's just not a pleasant place to build, and oh, great, there's no space station. Another thing, no space station in there. You gotta have a space station for good economy. Where's my... Am I even in range of it? No, I'm not. I think that's my settlement. And there's that. I gotta use Sync base, I think. Yeah, I know. You know, not this game save, but the previous one I had at one point, I spent like it was 2 hours walking in one direction. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep going, and then I'll detour to find one, then I'll go back to walking in that direction. And I finally found an S-class that was then close to like a C-class electromagnetic, and that was long ago. That was when I could still do, like, you could get away with certain tricks with how you built your base. So I was able to build my base. Basically, I put the base computer partway towards the electromagnetic spot because it was just in range of the resource deposit, and then I started building my base by the resource deposit, by the indium deposit, and then turned around and got all the way to the edge of where it said I could build for the base, and then using the because like you could, if you're not in the base area, it restricts you to like only certain buildings, certain items. So I found the edge, saw where it would convert back to like, oh, you're in the base, so you can build on the base, and I used the fly mode thing and went out there, and then even from that distance I was having to like aim at like that to try and get it started so I could build, and it was a pain to get that set up. But that was such a great base setup. Produced so much. Like this one, you know, it's not a great production, but it was enough to get me started with oxygen, and it produces more than enough for oxygen used with chlorine, and now the carbon too. Condensed carbon. So you know what, while I'm teleporting, we'll go to my base real quick. I'll show you my the Stasis Device farm real quick. Honestly, I thought the carbon was going to be a problem in the end for that, getting a lot and having a huge amount of standing planters to do that. It's not really that bad for even 10 Stasis devices, because you're not using the carbon, you're using the condensed carbon. Now if you do the carbon to condensed carbon, yeah, 2-to-1 deal, you're gonna need, I think it was like 3,000 a day of condensed carbon, so it'd be 6,000 a day in carbon to produce. So you have to go and get 6,000, and that's gonna make it worse. But if you got an oxygen farm, then you get, you know, 2 oxygen, 2 carbon, but you're getting 6 out of it at the end. So yeah, my carbon farm, which is not even full, and I'm getting more than the carbon from this. Let me go ahead and point that out. Like, decked out there. And then I come over here, which is my processing. I should still have, I think, some in there. Yeah, see? Almost out now on those, but another, you know, 4,000 condensed carbon right there. More than enough for a day. Let's go ahead and actually get these. So I got my leftovers. I could have done these probably on a different floor and made it fit without those, but I was trying to give myself a little extra leeway for glass. Also, why I want to redo this at some point, possibly to be 1 floor. I like the idea of maybe doing it where I split it and say in the middle is the carbon farm area. The standing planters have like a central part that you walk in, and it's got the standing planters, and then on each side is all the biodomes. So you have the biodomes, you come in from either direction. Like the way I did this, I walk in, I go through, I get to the middle, I grab a carbon, I go to the other end, and that's it. And then you just have to process the carbon to oxygen, you process their stuff. I was thinking about putting all the refiners inside too, or just right outside the middle on each one. But building it in 1 floor, you know, single floor design that is stackable, it'd be like, okay, all I gotta do is repeat this for every stack of 10 stasis devices I would like to make each day. And the only thing that kept me from doing that right now is I'll have to go get farms for the other materials, like the diopsite, the paraffinium, and phosphorus. I'll have to go get farms set up for those, because I really don't want to fight with trying to buy that much stuff every day. Go and sit there and wait for that much to come through, because, you know, I remember last week we were trying to find diopsite, or I was buying supplies, and diopsite happened a few times, but it wasn't common. So I don't want to make it where I'm sitting there sitting for a half hour trying to buy supplies to make 50 stasis devices a day. So I decided not to do that yet. And I did make another production spot over there, because I have so much oxygen that I was stockpiling again. So that's chlorine expansion. The stuff inside is chlorine expansion, and that's there for processing the plants when I need to, like carbon, making glass if I want to. Let's go ahead and, no, I'll just do this.
I didn't get that. Could you try?
So it actually ended up being, I was thinking it's going to be kind of a pain to do this, crafting all of the different items, but it's actually easy. I just, you know, count. And there we go. So I got that. Even though it doesn't say I need it, I just go ahead and do Oh, I'm out of sulfurin. Okay, I need to actually go to my other bases. How about that? I used up supplies. So we'll go to these. Honestly, it's gonna be a lot of work if you want to do a big stasis device farm, because you gotta have a lot of plants. You gotta have multiple other bases to support it. So Brian, where's the? Okay, that's right. I did it this way. Because you gotta have a radon spot. Yeah, you gotta get radon, nitrogen, sulfurin. Then the other resources. Yeah, you end up with multiple bases for producing a single device, a single, type of item. But that item makes you a lot of money. I mean, stack of 10, well, a stack of 8 is like 78 million a day. So you're talking 156 million a day for stack of 10, and your freighter will hold them in stacks of 20. So you make a lot of money once you set it up. It's definitely one of those, it's gonna take a lot to get it in place. But once you get it truly set up right, there's like nothing to worry about. I mean, like each of these, pretty small, but they're making enough for 50 devices a day. So I haven't had to come back to these like for a while. Like in a week, at least a week since I had to come back to these to get supplies. Okay, now that should let me finish. So I think, well, all right, now we'll go back to where my freighter is at. So that way I have all the resources available if there's something else I need. Yeah, 10 stasis devices a day, 158 or 156 million-ish, I think it is. Yeah, 156 million. So 20, if you make 20 per day, you're at 312 million. You make 50 per day, 280 million units per day. No, that's not right. No, it'd be 150 million, 156 for 10. So 5 times that, 780 million. That's it. Yeah, 780 million a day. So doing that many devices in so in like a little over a week, you'd max out your money. I think. No reason why I'm not so worried about doing it. All right, back to this. So, got all my stuff now. And yeah, I've got some of these stockpiled because of the missions still, but I'm not going to use them. I mean, still not the most entertaining notion to do this every day. Because, I mean, what I'm doing now, imagine that times 50, or times 5, because it would be 50. I mean, I would probably, I would do this where I would do like a macro and just have a macro I hit and it's designed to click like, like every half second. you know, like that, and do 50 clicks and stop. And then I go and hit it again, and it does 50 clicks and stop. It'd be like, oh, I could produce 50 a day. It'd be like, you know, it does the count for me, and I don't have to worry about it. And then, of course, at the end, you end up with that where it doesn't matter. You made the device. You still have to go in and do like this with E. You can't just do the fast click on it, which I don't like. I wish that would be different. Like you could still do it in there. There you go. That's 50 devices. 312, 312. So that's 624. 780 million units right there if you sell it for flat base price. And I still have plenty of supplies. Look at that. Not a problem on supplies. And a little extra there. Let me see where... Okay, yep. Still got plenty there. I'm gonna move this stuff out. Ferrite dust. Get everything put away. See how much my inventory is running down. See, max storage using less than half. So that's good. Plenty of storage is using less than half the production on just 3 levels. They're looking at, you know, 58 hours, so I gotta get, yeah, a bunch of work done on that. I'll be on for, you know, at least the usual time, Jason. Yeah, again, if I can find an electromagnetic hotspot close by enough, I would do that. Oh, what? No, but like no nearby hotspot for this. Like I've had bad luck with finding a good electromagnetic hotspot and there's no resource nearby at all. Or the closest one is like Class C. And even then, I'm like, that's just not worth it. I'll take a Class C electromagnetic with an A class or S class of like a gas or mineral over like, oh, I got a B class or an A class or even S class electromagnetic. But here's a C, you know, class spot, because you're still going to be using a lot of resources in the end. And that's actually pretty cheap. And actually, now looking at it, I never did hook up anything on the 3rd floor. So that's 2 floors for that. Which means I might be doing okay on this after all. Assuming I can reach far enough. All right, there we go. Oh no, I need to still do the walls. That's right. There. Okay, now, how many can I build? Plenty! 145. Ooh, actually, you know what? I think what I want to do is I'm going to do this where I have them. Basically, I'm going to build this layer out and have it all linked together. So all of these are connected the way they need to be. I'm going to double check, see where it goes. Yep, that goes that way, comes here. All right, so that's the back one, so I got to go up. So I'll link all of these together. Everything's ready. All I gotta do is tie them into the main chain for power and production. Now I'm just gonna go check and see what the production rate currently shows as, and then we'll tie it in and see how that works. I guess I need to go and stand right there, out of the way. Why I want a nudge button, something that slows your movement so it's not so jerky. Gives you a more fine-tuned control for moving stuff. Or, you know, like Snap Builder for Subnautica, where it gives you like that tiny, you can do large or tiny increments. You have a stasis production farm with multiple bases for every type of resource. I don't even think I would do multiple bases. I'd just do like, I mean, seriously, like, I would do all the bases I need for the necessary resources, but I would scale every single one of them up as much as possible, and then just have one base for all the plants, like the way I do now. I just want one base that's gonna be all the plants, so I don't have to worry about jumping any more than necessary from one point to another, you know? Like 3 gas bases, and then the main base is enough to, you know, I mean, again, the gas bases are producing more than enough for me to do what I've been doing. And the other resources at the level I'm producing right now, I just go buy them in large quantities, which is not a big deal, other than the time it takes, which is why I was not jumping on rebuilding it just yet, because then I'll have to actually go find those resources. Okay, you know what, we're just gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna do an extra trunk. I'm just gonna go long. That's what I did. That, yep. And now it's off. Why is it? I mean, it's nighttime, but I should still have power. Shouldn't be like it's disconnected. Alright. Get through this. Gonna see what my... Well, I'm gonna see why it's like... It's acting like there's no power. And all the power is trunked over there. 0 available. Yep, no production. And 2,800 or 2,389 being used. And it's discharging. It's going to take 6 minutes. So because I'm not producing anything, it's draining the battery. It said no more actual work. Like, these are not running. Like, they're not producing at the moment. They're not pumping. But it still says that they're producing. Yes. So the animation stopped. For some reason. Alright, we're at 1,790 per hour. Oh, wait, look. Now 106,000. After I it was 103,250. I teleported, it said 106,250. So it was working right. It's just, again, something with the game. Acting a little goofy. Oh, wait, what was the time frame on that? I got 1790 and 1790 per hour and 58 hours to get it put together. All right, now we're gonna connect everything. So I'm just gonna start with power. It's the easiest one. That. And then I need to do supply pipe from that one up to this one. And now we are at 2,092 per hour. And it dropped it 52 hours. So I very much have already hit that crippling point with the decreasing efficiency. Yeah, but suddenly my storage did go up even more of 112,000 now because of these. All right. So, still not amazing. And yeah, it's definitely going to be that diminishing return problem. It's now down. Well, yeah, I'm not using anything right now. That's the crazy thing is it's got the same amount being used, like they're not running. Even though it's got enough to run them. Like, what's draining all the power if they're not actually running? You have a Naga for the macros? I have, well, it's not Naga, but it's similar to that. I just don't use the macros. I just have, like, the thumb buttons because it makes it easier than trying to reach up there. I have not played Tectonica yet. I saw it, you know, and I've had it on my wish list for a while. Kind of watching it to see how it developed. And I saw it went on sale, you know, and it's released. And I really looked at it and thought about it and said, if I'm going to play this, why would I not play SAS Factory that I already have? Like, yeah, I'm building underground in this one, and it's got some nice visuals, but SAS Factory has nice visuals. Technically, you can build underground there, too, in certain cave areas. Why would I not just play SAS Factory that I already have? So I've just decided I'm not going to get Tectonica, unless it suddenly comes out and it's like, oh, it's amazing. This fixes all the stuff that drives people crazy in SAS Factory, then okay, I'll look at it. But honestly, the thing with me is, like, if I could, and that is not where that's supposed to go. SAS Factory, I would go back and play it again. I gladly, if they had done it the right way to start with. The whole adding blueprints to the game, where you can, you know, share your designs, that should not be locked as far in on the upgrade scale as it is. That should be like very quick at the beginning, because what's the advantage of that? One, yeah, you get to share a design, but an experienced player is going to be looking for a more efficient design, like to try out your design because yours is more efficient than theirs, and they're going to look at it and try to learn. A beginner player is going to be like, well, I'm not sure how to put this together, so I'll go download a design. They're not going to look for the most efficient. They're going to go and throw in, you know, something just to see how it works, and they're going to learn something. And that's the critical part, is the sharing the designs, the blueprints, helps people learn and helps people get better at building their factories out, at doing that, because somebody, even though their factory may be less efficient, may have a better idea in terms of layout or something. And putting that so far locked in, I think it's like you've got to be level 4 or level 5 unlocks to even get to that. It's just dumb. Like, Empyrean, right at the beginning, you can go ahead and start using blueprints. You know, like when you're ready to build, you can use blueprints. They encourage you in the story part to do your own thing so you can try to learn, but you end up making this really just absolutely, let's just go ahead and call it fugly bike. You know, hover bike, as you know, like hovercraft. You don't do a very good job. You know, you're not encouraged to do a very good job. Just get your feet wet. But then the reality is, like, why not just let me, you know, download some designs like from somebody else and experiment with them? And then Empyrean lets you do that. I don't know why you would think, hey, let's make this, you know, tech locked behind a certain level in order to make people have to work harder to get to this point. But then when they get to this point, they generally need it less. And the blueprint system was just for you to blueprint your stuff and nothing else. It's not sharing your blueprints with somebody else. You can't go and download somebody else's stuff and try it out. It's strictly for you to save a template for your own designs. Then yeah, I could see it being tech locked. Because you need to get to a point where you're needing to be able to replicate stuff repeatedly. But the sharing aspect right there says it should be available pretty much at the start of the game, like one of the first things you get to unlock, so you can use it to help you get better. Which one had a good story, Tectonica or Satisfactory? I mean, Satisfactory, you know, you land on a planet, you're trying to, you know, terraform it, build factories, you know, and get resources. I never saw anything really story-wise beyond that, or then, you know, there have been other expeditions there that crashed and not made it. All right, back to the base. Yeah, I may just end up leaving the other Indium base for now. Just because, you know, it's a Class A. It's producing a lot. It's got plenty of storage capacity. I'm not going to build anymore on the other one. I'll build on this one as I feel like I need to continue expanding. See if I can get past get it where it's not such a problem with the diminishing returns. And now I've got no power at all. Is that so? Yep, time to get some more power going. Tectonica had a good story. So you already finished the story, or you've just been playing it for a while, like from early access? Because I think if you've already beat it, like the whole story, then seems like it would be a short-lived game, because it only came out, only released like within the last week, wasn't it? I don't think it released that long ago. But again, I'm just overall, I am not a factory game type guy. That's, you know, when you start sitting there and like, okay, this, I could do this. And I can, like, you know, I might get a bug under my skin where I want to, like, see what the optimal thing is, like, you know, figure out the best bioreactor fuel for Subnautica, just to see, because there's so many people telling, you know, different opinions on it. But I'm not going to sit there and, you know, if I choose to sit there and calculate stuff out, fine. But if the game kind of pushes you where you have to do that, like you have to go in there and start trying to do, you know, math it out, like, oh, I need to increase, like, if for this to work properly, I had to I couldn't just keep adding more solar panels. I had to sit there and legitimately like look up, you know, the numbers and get out a calculator, get out a spreadsheet and start calculating stuff out, or go and use an online tool to tell me how to adjust the power production and the flow rate and the timing of the harvesters and stuff like that, and tweak the, you know, I had to optimize the way the piping is done to make it work right. I would not do this. I would not be building like this. I would not be playing this. That's kind of the problem there, is I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I have to go and resort to that optimization. That's why I don't do factory building games. I don't want to feel like I am at a job when I'm playing a game. If I'm having fun doing it, fine, but I'm not finding the prospect of doing spreadsheets or calculations as part of normal gameplay fun. It's not fun for me. I might as well at that point go and actually, you know, put that same amount of mental effort into learning, you know, tricks with Excel or something like that, that I could then go and put like, oh yeah, I went and I took this course on Excel and got a certification, and yeah, hire me, you know, use it for getting a job or something. That might be a better job. Why am I going to sit there and be like, let me put this same effort, the same headache into a game that's basically the same as learning, like, you know, to optimize like a spreadsheet, you know? I mean, now if I could see Satisfactory as like a good practice thing if you're trying to get into like factory management as like a career. Sure. Because you got, you know, you're getting something. I wouldn't say it's going to be good on a resume or a CV, but, you know, it's something you could use as like a practice thing. You know, much like I would say, if you're trying to get into business management, the more realistic a game is about business management, the better it is for you to use as a practice thing. But the average person may not care about getting into, you know, playing a game where part of the game is you keeping the books, the accounting for the business, and tracking your income and your expenses and your, you know, how's your flow, how much are you paying everybody. You may not care to do that, and that's why I don't play this. That's why I can't get back into Satisfactory, because in the end, unless I could just go and find blueprints that I could test out, and then just reuse them however I want, I'm going to end up being stuck trying to figure out the best way to optimize the factory production flow and everything. And then I might as well just go learn Excel. It's almost like Subnautica. Okay, well, Subnautica and not Below Zero, I'm assuming from that statement, because Below Zero's story was not as good as Subnautica. Let's see, how long did it say for it to pick up? 13 minutes of daylight remaining. And it's going to take 8 minutes to charge. So we got more than enough to fully charge and run everything. Got, again, more than double what it's, you know, using. So if it's going to take 8 minutes to charge, that should be 16 minutes that it takes to drain it. At least, because it's charging with the excess of what it's using. So it should be charged, like, take even longer to drain. Should. And that pathetic 2092 an hour. Let's see. Off. What? Okay, oh, that did not get powered. Why did that not get powered? Okay, so I messed up. I got power to those, but I missed these, or that one, which affected some more. Okay. How much did that just change it? 21.27. So I had 3 that were offline. And that went up a little bit. I mean, I'm down like half an hour on the timing. And that was kind of a critical one. It's the one in the best spot. See? All right, you know what? Just to say I did it. We'll go around a little bit, see if I pick up any kind of hotspot within. I mean, at this point, it'd be 300 at least meters away. Oh. I feel like I did this before. After I found this, I went looking for electromagnetic nearby and couldn't find anything. Yeah. I mean, oh. Somewhere I had an unidentified plant I was looking at. Okay. Not sure where that disappeared to then. Oh. Oh. Alright, so somewhere unidentified plant I can't find now. Anyway. I mean, that's pretty much the distance that, you know, if I could find something, it would double it. Usually it's around that 300 mark. I give you 1 stasis device, and you give me 30. I mean, 30 stasis devices? I mean, that's not fair to you. And if you're just trying to get rid of the ones you have, sorry, I'm playing to get rid of my own too. I mean, if you need a stasis device, like you have a new game and you need to make some money, I give you stasis devices to help you out. But I don't need them myself. I mean, I just made 10 of them earlier. I go make plenty more. Actually, I did stockpile some supplies for a couple of days, so I'm sure I can still go make plenty more at the moment. Yeah, see, if you if you need to get rid of them, go to the anomaly and just say, hey, any new players want to make some money quick, I have stasis devices free. And just give like 5 stasis devices to every player that asks, and you're done. Or, you know, just stop making them. There's a easy fix there too. You can just stop making them. Like, you don't have to go and harvest and produce them every day. And just let it go for a while. All right, that's... I feel like I want to do one more floor just so that it kind of looks more interesting than instead of like, oh, I got 2 floors there and I got, you know, 3 over here. I also want to do another one over here. Just to say I did it. I mean, again, no, it's not like I'm going to run out of supplies at this point for most stuff. Alright. Think this will be the last floor for these for a little while. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same design again. More storage. If I need any more after this, I'll just do straight solar flooring. Complete floors with nothing but solar. Right now, I'm almost to the point of what if I just said, let's see, that's 6. Basically, I could have just done the entire first floor batteries, and then every floor after that be solar. And I'd be pretty much matched up to exactly what I have now. Or then I might have got a little bit more compacted with the solar and may have more solar panels. Why would you stop making them? I mean, again, the only reason I'm making them is not because I need them, not because I just care to make them, but because I was gonna start going to the anomaly and offering them out to new players for free. You know, it was like, hey, you want, you need some money? Here you go, Stasis Devices. For free, take 10, 150 million, you know, right there. That's enough to help a new player get like a good start to their game. You know, I mean, that's plenty of money to get them off to a really good start and help them find things, you know, more stuff to do, get more enjoyment out of it, instead of saying, man, it's taking forever to get enough money to do this. You know, I'm tired of going out and farming this. How do I make money? It's like, well, here, you know what? Worry about making money, you know, after you get some of this stuff going. You know, get you a good, you know, starship, you know, good multi-tool, maybe find a good freighter, you know, or at least hire some, you know, frigates to go start running missions. So yeah, I mean, if you want to make 40 a day, go ahead and make 40 a day. Then just sell them, or if you don't, if you're maxed out on money, then go give them away, or find something that maybe you need, you don't want to have to deal with making, and go find somebody who wants to trade for it. I would just honestly offer them away to players, or, you know, just stop making them myself, really. Like, I don't have room for them, I'm just gonna stop making them, then I won't worry about it. If I need some, I'll go get them. I'll go grab my stuff and make some more. Until I need to make some more, I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, go ahead, get these linked. I mean, same like my first game, not this one, but the other save, my big save. One of the first things I did was I started looking at making like the farms, like the what is it, heating element, whatever, you know, making some of those where it's just the plants. And it's not like I just kept going there every day, grabbing that and making more of them. I found other ways to make money, and they were more enjoyable or more efficient. You know, it's just I did it to say I did it and tested it out and saw how it worked. You know, it went to doing chlorine expansion, went to, you know, finding indium, then activated indium, setting up mining sites. You know, Stasis Device. Yeah, you might want to go make a Stasis Device farm. But, you know, if you need it for money, it doesn't take that many to really ramp it up. And then if you know, put in the effort to do 40 a day, like I'm thinking of doing like up to like 50 a day based on what I currently have, and could easily scale from there. It's not like I need it. I'll need to make 50 a day. I don't need to go turn around and try to, you know, just sell or dispose of 300 stasis devices. I'll go give them away to new players. Just, you know, help somebody get started. I feel like that's a better way to do it. Kind of like, you know, hey, I got plenty of money. I can't just donate money to a player, but hey, I got plenty of supplies. I don't need this many. Here, have some. You know, help somebody out. 7,000 available. 2.1 million power storage. I mean, that should be more than enough to keep that going. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is. I know what's gonna happen, so. Wait, I heard it. Where is it? I heard it. Sound of. There it is. They're attacking me. They're attacking my ship. Oh, they're flying under my ship. They're boarding. They're gonna attack and board my ship. See if none of these are actually really like helping make it clearer looking. Interesting, they went under my ship. And you can see my. I get there. One of my living frigates just hanging out there. Okay. Alright, let's get one more level. I think I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'm going to build. Actually, that's too noisy right now. See if it'll let me build well enough from standing over here. Probably still going to say I'm too far away. Oh, yep. And there we go. All that power storage, and it still says, no, you cannot run this, cannot be doing this at night. Have a fancy ship flying past. Okay. First things first. Where's the end point? It's there. All right. So, yeah, rotate it back around. So it's gonna go there. At this point, I just want to see what the difference in the production value is for this. Like, how much does it drop the per hour production rate? Or, well, how much does it increase, but reduce it basically per extractor at this point? And then this will be the last floor. At least for today. After this, I'll just, you know, if I want to go build more, I'll do it later. I'll get to doing some more decorative stuff now. Nothing too crazy. It's not like this needs to be a jaw-dropping visual experience. All right, so we're gonna come up that side. So we're gonna go. Wait. Oh, no, that's right. Extractors have to go in a line. Has to have that flow to it. Alright, brings it back around there. And then same thing again. We're just gonna link. Yeah, that goes there. That should be, yeah, going straight up there. So we're gonna go up here. And then trunk along the sides. There. See if I can target every spot like this on each row. Don't get how you cannot cancel out when you click the wrong thing. Alright, so that is fully powered. And so this one right here, these are powered, will produce for themselves 1,790 per hour. So now wait, 1,790 per hour compared to 2127. So they're not that far off, and they're a half of what I've already got up. Shows just how bad that that effect is. And we'll go here and boom. So 2127 to now 2355. When, you know, without the diminishing returns, it would have been 1,700 plus 21. So we should be at like 3,800 an hour. Actually higher than that. But yeah, that diminishing returns, that's how bad it just hurt it. We're going down to 50 hours now. That is such a nerf. I mean, you really think about how bad that is. That 1790 plus 2120. I mean, yeah, it'd been almost 4,000. You know, is what it should be doing. Instead, it's 2,300 an hour. And without the nerfing the first level either. That, I mean, that's 1790 for that level by itself. So that should be 3 levels at 1790. Let's just say 1,800. So 5,400 an hour is what it should be without the nerf, based on just per level. And then when you think about it, that it's nerfing for every single extractor. Now you've got even worse. But that's making me think of something. That's giving me an interesting idea here. A workaround. Because that was 1790 by itself. If I disconnect them from each other, if I take them where it's not one long loop, power is all connected, but each floor is separate, and each floor connects to one floor here. Then I have to make a fourth floor, but I could drastically increase the speed of it. I would just have 4 pipes coming across. So like this one, I got that vertical one there. I take that out. Yeah. So I take that out. Those are all separate now. If I disconnect the top floor, then it should be 1790 going to here. So really could just get around it by stacking, doing each floor to its own storage floor, and then instead of collecting from one thing, I have to go to 4 floors to collect, but it increases the output significantly. Let's there it is. Here, so we're gonna take that out. Okay, so let's just see this. Let's go. All right, we got 87,000 there. The storage is not affected by the diminishing return aspect as far as that. So yeah, so we're gonna throw this connection, and it's from this side, so I'll keep it consistent to, yep, so here to here. Okay, 1790 an hour, 31,000, 17 hours. Okay, so 17 hours. If I want to get this up to 24 hours, I bump it up to, that's a little more, 2,000 an hour. So I get this to about 50,000. I add enough to the side maybe to get this to 50,000. Like, so I got this, I extend out maybe on the back. Yes, it's 3x3. Let's extend it out one more row on the back, and if that doesn't have enough, I'll extend out one more row on that side, so it'll be 4x4, and I'll redo all the connections, and basically I'll just have a pipe for each floor connecting across, and change it from the steadily diminishing returns to I have 4 floors, and each one's producing, let's say, 40,000 a day, 45,000 a day. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I found a workaround. Yes, still diminishing returns. Still not great as it could be. But that gives me a way around it. Around the really bad diminishing returns. So I'm fixing this. This is about to be a much improved one. Man, what the? Okay, so that's why that one I thought I got earlier was not connected, because it again connected to the wrong thing. All right, so that is all connected there. That's supposed to come up there. So this one connects back here. I'm gonna cut that out, because it really doesn't matter as long as you start from one end or the other. So that goes up there. So this one will go to here, which means I can justify a floor number 4. Like that. Yep. Okay. So let's just go this route. So we'll go here. Go up to here, which, oh, now I'm thinking about, because I got this all connected here, I'll have to reconnect that and go up here, and that means the top floor is not even being used. All right, so we got, oh no, no extraction per hour right now. So that's separated. Okay, yeah, 0 per hour. We'll wait. We'll wait for daytime. It's not that much longer. Seriously, they're depleted. That's, yeah, totally depleted now. So I need more storage power. Storage capacity, even. Alright, so maybe 2 more floors to the power production. Yes. Unnecessary if I had electromagnetic, but I don't have electromagnetic. So, it's just gonna go down. I like the idea of like at least 100,000 a day. Activate India. I mean, you know, a few days, every few days go trade. And, I mean, it's not like I don't have supplies. Let's see. Well, trying to... There we go. Yeah, I still got hundreds of metal plating. Plus all that. I realized I had that much still left of, like, some of these. Too much junk. I see tons of dioxide. It's just buying it. Alright, here we go. I would bring Timmy on to show him off, but he left me. Like, he's left the room. He did not care to stay after he ate his treat. I swear, I know I have never... After the diminishing returns thing, people were saying, yeah, you just gotta stop after you build X number and that's it. I never remember seeing anything about somebody saying, well, just connect separate trunks. Just keep stacking them and make separate trunks of, you know, extractors to storage, and you're fine. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Doesn't mean it wasn't said. I just can't remember seeing anything about that. All right, come on, come on. Oh, we're getting some power. 1790 per hour. I got stuck. Oh, got wind too there. 1790 per hour. All right, I just solved the problem. And now I feel like I gotta retool this a decent bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo connections on this. Well, actually, they're going this way. I just need to extend that direction. Yeah, that'll work. That I can do it that way, and it will not interfere with the way I've got things set up. I'll just have to move some walls. Let's just go ahead and do... We'll do one floor. I just want to see what a difference it makes if I do, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna have, you know, here's... Let's just do another row of 2. You know, 2 more per. And let's see how that affects the overall storage. I mean, I've got room, so obviously I want to, I'll finish it off, but I just want to see how much this extends it in terms of the time production. And then I still have a 4th floor I'll have to do this on, and I gotta make a 4th one there. That's crazy. It's that simple. To just separate them out into separate production chains, and it gets past that. Like, I mean, you still get it from the number on each one, but, you know, unless you do every single extractor or whatever the maximum is before you get the diminishing returns, unless you do that to their own storage on every single one of them, and have a lot of separate storage configurations to connect to, you know, harvest from, there's no point to it. All right, so 22 hours right there, or 23 hours. That before what? Yeah. Let's go do the full thing. So that's 4 more, or well, you know what? We'll just give it some room to breathe. So 3 more on each level. Another set of floor panels, 3 more lines, and call it good. I mean, that was 41,000 in a day. It's gonna be how much per day? 25 hours, 46,000 every 25 hours. So 46, 92, 184,000 every 25 hours. So it's 180,000, 170,000 range every day. That is better than I was going for. And that is a surprisingly easy fix to make that work. I'm honestly surprised that works. Not just for the fact that it's that simple, just split them up, but also how, if that is all it is, why did that not get, like, nerfed already? Why did they not already, like, say, we're gonna get rid of that too? If they're part of the same base, it depletes, it you know, reduces their effectiveness if they're part of the same base. Period. I'm honestly surprised that's not it. Oh yeah. And I'll just give this a little more room. So I'm gonna do 3 on each. Yes. And I'm not having to, I mean, I'm gonna add their floor for power and storage, power storage. But I'm not having to, like, increase my power to fix this, which is great. What is the limit now? Is it 5 or is it 6? Like, before you get the diminishing returns. Like, you get up to a certain number, at least the last I remember seeing anything about it being discussed, that up to a certain point, you get optimum efficiency, and then after that you start to get diminishing returns where every one of them decreases in effectiveness, basically reducing everything. I want to say, I thought it was 5 or 6 total, so let's just say 5. If it's 5, then technically every row I have over there, or every floor I have over there, could be 5 segments, 5 different trunks of production, which means each one has to go to, since this is 5 rows, each one of those you'd have, instead of the 3 connections, it'd be 5 off of each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you would have to go to each floor, collect from 5 different ones, and then go to the next floor, collect from 5 different ones. But you could completely optimize it at that point to get the most out of it. Well, that's just a lot of extra work. This is good enough. I'm good with this. I'm satisfied with this little trick. This will produce more than enough. Oh, somebody came over here to land and check out the base. Somebody I don't really care to talk to. It's just a trader. Yeah, now this, I'm still going to leave the other base active. My other one, my biggest, what was the biggest Indium farm, now not the biggest for a moment. But I may give it a week or so, I might rip that whole one apart and come do this, adding in even more floors to this. I'll make sure I got those. Yep, okay. Let's make sure I got everything connected right. Did I miss some? I might have. May have. Stupid supply pipe and wiring. Dumb implementation stuff. That's why I normally don't try to build all Livestream, because it gets, like, dealing with that stuff gets really annoying. It's very easy to click the wrong spot with pipe or a... I did not get that one. I missed some. So I had either... just got distracted, or I don't know why. I missed some. All right, so now we got all of these, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'll double check this. 46,000. 46,000. 46,000. You know, I'm thinking, got an idea now. Big brain time happening here. Well, I've got this. I'll just create like one on each level. So I have a nice standing spot for it, since I'm not just getting it all on one floor anymore. And then whatever the topmost one is, short range teleporter from in here. So I'll literally just teleport to the top and then just hop my way down. I guess also I could just fly upwards. That's also an option too, I guess. You know, fly from one platform to the next, but I feel like hopping down just seems a little easier. That very narrow spot. And this is literally, this one's not even connected. But I'm gonna finish it anyway, because I still got 12. I can make, I don't even have enough to make what I need now. I can make 25, exactly 25, which is what I need for one more floor to connect up to here. I'm gonna have to go get some stuff. Yeah, totally gonna be worth it. I mean, again, I could do this. That just doesn't seem as easy. Hop up here. Oh, yeah, might help also power. I'll just tie it to that. So teleport up here. Grab what I need. Drop down. Grab what I need. Which is not where I wanted it to go. Yeah. Totally worth the extra little bit of effort, because I mean, I'm dropping right now from 3 bases to 2, so I still was having to teleport to get everything, and then come back, go back to the next one and get everything, then you know, go to the next one, get everything. So yeah, instead of teleporting like with the loading screen, I just warp up there, drop down a few times. Totally worth it. And that is right now 138,000 activated indium per day. Yeah, the 138,000, I think is what it should be. So that's, you know, that's enough. It should be 13, almost maybe 14, close to 14 stacks per day. Just with those floors. I haven't even done the fourth one yet. I'm going to get this up to where it's like every day this, or every other day this fills up. Like half of this is full in one day from this one base. That's what I want to get out of this. And I'm kind of pleased with that. I kind of feel like that. I feel that I have gotten it done the way I want it to be. I lucked out. So I need metal plating. Oh, and what else was it? Chromatic metal. I should have plenty of that. I think I used up all my chromatic metal that was in my inventory. Yeah, I did. Look at that. That's chromatic metal. What else did I have in there? Look, ferrite dust, pure ferrite, magnetized ferrite, more carbon than I, you know. Bunch of glass still. Yeah, 100 glass, 26 glass. Alright, we gotta go get some more chromatic metal. I'm finishing up. I'm gonna get the next floor done. Let's see. Yeah, I got time. We can do it. Maybe Jason will join back in. That's gonna be 4 floors. 100. Yeah, 100 extractors. 4 floors. It was 25 before. I'm adding another 15. So that should be 40 storage per floor. So it's going to be 160 storage containers, 100 extractors, and a bunch more solar stuff. I want to buy some more. That's why I feel like I need to start upgrading. Oh, I got some storage. I need to match this one out, this ship. And then I need to start working on what ship I want to use as my build ship. Oh, wait, not that. And have my build ship slowly work up, build, you know, maxing out a build ship as for this, and I just store everything in it. So I don't think I even need anything else for that. I'm kind of not running out of room there. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna get this, the cargo on this one maxed out because I can use it temporarily as my build one. But, oh yeah, at some point I'm gonna get me an Earthship decked out just for component storage for making bases. And just start, just massive stockpiles. Not worry about having to bring the freighter along. I think I'm good on those. It's a lot of chromatic metal, or a lot of nanotubes though, right there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get the copper. Not worried about platinum right now. Oh, that's a good one. 173. That was more than the first 2 guys combined. That one trader gave me more than the first 2. So sometimes you just gotta get the right guy. 179. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it because I'm gonna use a bunch. It's 10, a stack of 10 for each one. I'm gonna use at least another. I got another 15. That's another 150 right there just for the storage. I think it was what, 10 or 5 on each of the extractors. So I'm about to use up most of this anyway. Yeah, I'll use up most of that. Yeah, one more. I just want to say, find a way, start getting some money in the game, you know, early off, and then find a good spot where you can just buy what you need. Like here, Blue Star system, good, prosperous economy. Just come in here and buy stuff. You know, sit here, let the traders come in, buy a lot of what I need, especially the building supplies. I don't have to worry about making metal plating. I don't have to worry about having a rusted metal farm to do the ferrite to then turn it into metal plating. I don't have to worry about that. I just go buy it. I got money. Timmy! Hey, come here. Timmy! He's ignoring me. Alright. Yeah. There we go. So we'll finish off this. So 73 total now. I had, what, 12 before? So I bought enough to make another 73. Or make another 61. So, yeah, I basically bought 610 metal plating. And I think I have enough chromatic metal to finish off the power for that. If it would not target stuff through a floor, this would be a lot easier. And there it goes, targeting through a floor. I have no choice but to back completely out. Check. Yep. Okay. And then here goes this. So. Oh! Please, devs, fix that. Either make it where you can't target through floors, or make it where you can, you know, cancel when we click the wrong thing. At least on the first, you know, one of power, connectors, and pipes. Alright, now time to get over there and get the next thing going. Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's finish off the last floor. You know, now that I know this works, I was thinking, you know, hey, diminishing returns. I get to a certain point, if I can, it's gonna get worse and worse, but eventually I get to where, hey, I've got my 100,000 a day, you know, range. Now that I see how easy it is to kind of work around that, just adding extra floors and extra spots I have to go and, you know, collect from, I really might end up, I may dump that other base too. I may end up tearing it apart and just for something else somewhere, or maybe use those parts when I find me a proper, if I can find me an S-class next to an electromagnetic, I will redo this whole thing at a second location and just be making like a full 50 slots of activate indium per day. But I'm not going to go looking for that. I'm just going to wait until I happen to stumble across it. Oh, yeah. This is going to be nice. It's gonna, well, still have the other base I'll go to every day, but man, between that one and this one, daily, that other one is like at least around 40,000 per day. This is gonna get me over 200,000 per day. Activated indium. Between two locations. Definitely worth the time, because I mean, once it's done, it's good until I find another spot that's just, you know, S-class with electromagnetic nearby, and then I can justify it being better. But for now, this is totally sufficient. All right. Oh, wait, there we go. Welcome back, Spots. Alright, that's that one. The bot in Discord should be posting the videos for the stream too, unless something got updated on the bot. Because it used to, I mean, it usually would post it as a video, but it would announce it like as a video upload in Discord when I schedule the stream, not when the stream is actually like ready to go. I know the bot still is notifying for videos at least. I'll check on that afterwards, but it should have still posted about it. I didn't pay attention this morning when I got around to posting or scheduling it, if it had made the announcement or not. But that was always something that bothered me anyway, because it treated it like it was a regular video. Hey, I just posted a video. And it's not video. It was, I just announced, like, scheduled the stream. Same with, like, TubeBuddy. It says, hey, we got suggestions for your video. And, like, it's not video. It's a live stream. It should qualify separately. Alright, there goes that. And I'm just going to do like I did on these. It's going to come up here and connect. Do on the front side. We're just going to keep it consistent. So now that's 4 floors, 4 separate trunks on each of these. 46,000 storage. So when we get power back in the morning, it should show up the same way. The storm's clearing. So this should come up the same way, and it should be $17.90 each. And I see my power's gone out completely again. Yeah. All right, now I still got all those. I'll have to go and look. Well, you know, I might do that as we're wrapping up. I might go back, try to buy some more, see if somebody shows up with a bunch of chromatic metal, because I'm going to end up using a bunch real quick. Go buy some more. It's easy enough to buy the metal when I need it than to bother with trying to go find a copper farm and build one just for that purpose. you know, activate indium, nice trade item. And I just don't have that common of a need for, you know, copper or even chromatic metal. Did I put that on the... Oh, that's the right side. So why is it there? And snapping is so goofy on this game, even now. It'd be a lot easier if the snapping just worked like it should. Alright. Get this knocked out. Not even worried about lineup anymore on this. Yeah, well, you know, with the Discord bot, it's the same with like anything else. It's a bot that's relying on certain triggers to get it going, and sometimes that doesn't show up. But still, you know, it's not like, I mean, if I'm not gonna do the live stream for like a Saturday, either I say it in advance, say like, hey, I'm not gonna stream next week because I'm taking a break, you know, or I'll go and post something on the community tab saying, hey, something came up, I'm not gonna make it to today's stream, or you know, under weather, whatever. I'll go say that, because otherwise, you know, I'm gonna be on. I'm pretty consistent about that. Maybe I might, you know, skip a day on a video or something here and there, but you know, same thing with streams. I pretty much am on every Saturday, except for when I plan to take off, or I you know, have something come up, which is not often. You know, I mean, typically the stuff that comes up is like, was it last week or week before that? Didn't even realize it, but it started thundering and lightning really bad outside. Timmy came in here all scared, was curled up by my feet, and then my power goes completely out, which is fine, you know, when my computer stays on and my router and Wi-Fi and all that stays on because of battery backups, but not when my internet coming off of the pole outside no longer has power, and I don't have power to stay online because I'm not powering the equipment out on the power pole. But you know, I was on, it was just I got cut off early, you know. So again, you know, I shouldn't need a little Discord bot to do the notification. I feel like everybody knows, hey, he's gonna be on. It's Saturday, going at this time wherever you are. He's gonna be on. Again. I feel like this is gonna be enough for now, and then I can do maybe another floor later if I feel like I still need a little more power. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out, you know, when I'm out exploring. Oh, hey, this is a planet that's got activated indium. Well, let's watch for you know, indium spot. Oh, hey, I found a class S. Is there at all anywhere nearby an electromagnetic? Oh, hey, look, there's a class C electromagnetic. I can make that work, and I'll make that work, and I'll do this exact same setup at that spot, well, except for the, you know, the power part. And I'll get it started. Once I've got it all set up, I'll just come here, rip one floor out at a time, and go transfer it over there, and just turn that into my ultimate indium farm, and only have to go there every day to get activated indium for trade. That's ideal. You know, if it was possible to find a spot where you could get nitrogen, radon, sulfurin, and oxygen all within a short range of each other, and electromagnetic there, I'd have a single base spread out however much I need to with whatever tricks I need to make it work for making stasis devices. Because it'd be one base. I might have to run around the base a bit to different spots to get everything, but I'd have one base to teleport to, grab supplies from. And that would be worth it. 8,900 available. 3,000, basically 800 used. 6 minutes to charge at 5,100 extra. So at this point, if I need to do anything, I will just add another floor of batteries. Just keep it running longer. I mean, there's people that subscribe for Subnautica. There's people that have subscribed to me for No Man's Sky. There's people that have subscribed to me for The Forest, you know? And it's just, subscribes don't matter as much anymore because most people are watching based on what YouTube recommends to their YouTube, you know, the recommendations page. Honestly, most of the stuff I end up really caring about watching, I have to now go to my subscription pages on YouTube because, I mean, I'll just get fed up with YouTube recommendations and just stop even trying to find something to watch because most of the recommendations, I would say 95% of what I get recommended is just stuff I have no interest in watching and have no idea why I'm being recommended that. And like the recommendation system, in my experience right now, is complete trash. Like it is non-functional. Like I could see more interesting stuff that I would probably like to see through like Instagram than I can on YouTube. YouTube has just turned really horrible in terms of the recommendations at the moment. And I don't even mean like recently. I mean like over the last year, it's been like that. It's been getting steadily worse, and now it's point that, you know, I hear all these experts saying how good the recommendation system is, and I'm just like, I see no evidence of it. Like out of nowhere, I got a big surge of traffic recently, probably because of the summer Steam sale. My stuff was being recommended, and it's not anything that I changed. It's just they started recommending stuff, and people started watching it. But my recommendations that for stuff I was getting didn't change. I was still getting just absolute garbage, and I was like, why is this even showing to me? I care nothing about watching this. And why is that not even extracting? Let's see, that's going to there, yeah. Oh, the power. Something with power on it. I thought I did the power on this. I did not. I did that. I didn't do power. Or did I? I know I did power across there. I did power there. I thought I did the power. Somehow I did not manage to get. I thought I did the power one going up. All right, saying 1790, 25 hours, almost 26 hours, 46,000. There we go. So yeah, stack your farms. Just don't link them all together. Find what works, get your optimal amount, whatever it is, and then separate them. So I'll have to make 4 stops to grab stuff from storage, but there is higher output. That's I can't believe that trick works. I really can't. Oh wow, okay, that made a difference. So they were all linked, I just didn't have them actually working. So 5,049 out of 8,900. Charge rate, yeah, I still got plenty extra. It's really gonna end up being, in the end, I need, well, I might do another floor. I may do one more floor. Yeah, more batteries would be great, but I think doing another floor, extra charge. Maybe the next floor I could just do like one less row on each side of solar panels and do one extra row of batteries on it to get that going. But yeah. So much for scenic view. I've got stuff blocking my view. But that is gonna be just a crazy amount I mean, 4 floors of that. All right, yes. 184 plus that 185,000 a day. That's exactly 185,000 activated indium per day. That's 18 and a half. That's a little over 18 and a half stacks. Yeah, because you get 1 extra from each stack to go where that's. That is going to be a crazy amount of production right there. And all I do is boop, collect, and just keep dropping down. Honestly, this is going to be even at 20 floors. If I had electromagnetic and could do it, even at 20 floors high, this would be faster than going to the 3 bases I've had and been doing that every day. That is fantastic. Now let's go to the other base, the one that's not producing as much now. That's I might redo this real quick. Let's see if I can find a clean way to separate this out too. In terms of that, that is so funny that it works like that. I guess they figured don't bother changing that because it's not about like how many extractors are on the spot. It's about how many are connected together. Period. I guess they figured, oh yeah, if you want to split it up that much, you can do it. See, 34,000. See, 1,772 per hour. Let's go and do a little looky here. So I could split that off. That would make me have to step outside and fly up to get to it. Actually, let's see. I've got that. Ooh. All right, it'd be a weird little trick, but I could disconnect this one here and here. Now I can't remember why I get it. I could fix that a different route and just have this one connect up there and not even have to fly. I would just have one that I reach. And basically, I just need to, I mean, look at that. I just need to split these up. That's 15 right there. And that's 20. I could just split this into, like, have this floor be separate, feeding to here. And then have one right here at the end that feeds down. So I just, yeah, do like this. I just grab from here, turn and grab from here as a separate one. And make even more production out of this. Because that's 20 of them. Compared to the 25 I was getting. Was it? Yeah, that's 20. And I was doing 1790 with 25. So this is actually doing really well in terms of the extraction rate for each one. Still, this is not the best setup for power. Power was very much an afterthought here. I kind of didn't do the best setup, so this would be retooling this completely too. I don't want to do that. I just did one. No nearby hotspot. This was one that was an absolute pain to find. I mean, I did a lot of flying around looking for this. And look at that. I'm right next to one of those. Yeah, that's fine. This will be the one I'll take out when I find me another spot. Or expand on that one there. Man. Yeah, it's... Like, how many is it across? It's 50 total, right? Yeah, it's 10. So basically... kind of about that. That's about how much I'll get per day from that other base. And then you add in what I've got here, and it's going to be... I'll be close to half of this in a day right now. Every day. That is... Oh, wait. Yo. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good about this now. That one simple trick turned it all around. I was getting very disheartened by how bad the decreasing rate was, and then that one little trick just saved the whole thing, made it so much better. Now I just gotta find that magic combo. S-class activate indium next to at least, let's say at least a B-class electromagnetic within close enough range. And I'll just, that'll be one, I'll have 20 floors on it. I'll turn it into like the biggest ever activated indium farm. 20 floors of activated indium production with 20 floors of power production if need be. When I find that, oh, that's gonna be the big project. I'll just sit there and deck that thing out. I see. Gosh, think about that. Let's see. If I did it to roughly the same build like that, say, 25 harvesters per floor. Or not even that, do 20 harvesters per floor and get to say 40,000 per day every 24 hours. And do 20 floors. God, that would be even just 10 floors. 40,000 per floor per day. 10 floors, that'd be 400,000 a day. 20 floors, 800,000 a day in production. I mean, 800,000 a day would be 80 stacks. That'd be more than the storage container would hold. So I'd have to go through and be like, harvest this to here, and then say no more room, and then I have to harvest it to my inventory, and then I'd have to have me a ship that's just for trading. Just so I could stack it all in the ship and trade it all in one go for the best value with somebody. Well, no, if I trade with a trader, it's not going to diminish the trade value of the system, so that'd be fine. Yeah. You watched one Simpson clip and all you got for a while was another Simpson clip? Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with, YouTube. Oh, you watched this. Well, we're going to give you more to watch now like this. But at the same time, it's not even that. It's like, hey, it's like Steam, too. Like, I get recommendations for games, and it says you were recommended this because it's popular right now. And that same thing. I get recommended stuff. Like, the worst one is the sports. I get recommended to watch something as sports because it's trending on YouTube, and I don't care. I don't care it's trending. I don't care about sports. I have never gone and watched anything to do with sports on YouTube because I don't care about watching sports. I don't care if it's like soccer, or football for everybody else in the world, basketball, baseball, whatever. I'm not watching it. And yet I get recommended a video from ESPN. I go in there and say, don't recommend this channel to me. And refresh, very next page, got the same video again, and it's got 4 or 5 others from ESPN after I said, do not recommend this channel. And then that finally, I go through all those, don't recommend channel. Okay, next refresh, I don't get anything. 3 months later, here's ESPN again, being recommended. I'm wondering what the point of the don't recommend channel, not interested in this, even matters, because it's being ignored by the algorithms. Like, I keep getting stuff that I've literally said not interested in. Hey, you might want to watch this. Hey, I watched part of this video, I gave it a thumbs down, and here it is again. You might want to watch this. Except it treats it like I never watched it to start with. It acts like I haven't seen it. My view time is 0. I start watching it and I see, like, I don't like this. I go click dislike and it's already clicked for me because I've already watched it and said I don't like this. It's all about getting watch time, even if that means frustrating the viewer so much that they quit watching, because that's pretty much what I end up doing a lot. Is I just give up trying to find something to watch on YouTube because everything I'm being offered to watch is just garbage. There should not even be shown to me because I've done nothing and watched nothing to indicate I want to watch that stuff. And when I say don't show me this channel anymore, don't recommend anything from them, I still get it recommended again and again and again. And granted, it's fine, you know, the algorithm is doing stuff to help in some cases. Like, I'll get recommended a video that's 5 years old and has 15 views, even though that video has nothing to do with anything I'm watching. I've actually watched, interacted with, nothing like that. I've done nothing to indicate that this video is a good fit for me. But somewhere, somebody watched a video I watched and then watched that video 4 years ago, and oh, that you might watch that video. And here it is. It's like, oh yeah, 15 views, it's 4 years old. Maybe you'll want to watch it. And I just give it a quick look. I'm like, I don't know why I'm being recommended this. There's literally nothing I want to watch. Alright. Let's take a look. 24 and 21. And I already got one with that pretty much same design. So, not gonna worry about it. Kind of feel like I might keep the one I already have at some, and you know, get to a point where I max it out on storage, so it's got just a huge amount of storage. Normally I would go for like a freighter hauler type look, so I can have one that's big and looks like it should carry a lot, and that could be my base building ship. But now I kind of feel like it'd be kind of funny to be like, yeah, here's this tiny little ship with no nose, and it's loaded completely with the maximum amount of storage space possible, and it's just decked out with that storage space full of all the stuff I need for building a base. It's like, here's this little ship, and it's carrying enough to build, like, you know, 8 bases without even calling in reinforcements from the freighter. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess Jason didn't make it back yet. He went to get his x-ray done for his, I think he said root canal. But I got my base done. In fact, I feel like I need to go ahead and take a new picture, or take a picture of that base, because I don't have a picture of it. I need to change the name on it too. Anya Man Base is not that descriptive. Granted, I don't need to do something that is just straight up says activate indium here. I don't know what I want to call it. I mean, board base, I need to change that too. I did the other ones because I wanted to make sure I knew which one was which. This one I knew was indium, along with the next one over, the Shrelu base. Oh, Despots, give me a not crazy, not offensive, reasonable suggestion for base name for this, for the big farm. Again, not crazy, not offensive, not going to be something that would get anything demonetized, or anything like that. Part of this is a challenge to see if you could come up with one like that, or if that's going to be too hard for you to come up with something. And just after midnight. I'm gonna wait for morning so I can get a good image. Wait a second. I saw something swim through and then it just disappeared. I saw one of those come at the surface and it just kind of disappeared. There we go. Toss out. Go get you something to eat. Yeah, go eat it. Come on, eat it and let me tame you for a change. That's be so nice to come back tomorrow and just take that out. A minute left in this, and it was just after midnight, so either something didn't track right while I was away on the charging or what. Wet metal farm because it's raining. All right. Call it that, because it does rain a lot, I've noticed at this one, and it does make everything get kind of shiny looking. Alright, there you go. Wet metal farm. Can you do... No, you don't have any options for the camera mode. Like photo mode lets you change the time of day, position of sun kind of thing. Think they would do the same for that. And there it goes. 221 battery, 42. That means I'm gonna need either some more gold or chromatic metal. It's chromatic metal. I need more of that. Probably need more gold too, but this will do well enough for now. But while I wait, let's see if I can do everything. Because, I mean, ship is still above me. I should be able to access everything. Let's do... I grabbed extra because I thought I might end up rebuilding the whole thing. I'm gonna look at trying to set up a macro thing to do specifically 10 clicks and then just change it. Be like, all right, click this, do 20 clicks. I guess technically, if you got crazy enough with it and wanted to, you could do a macro thing where you have it also move the mouse and you just have to record, you know, the movement. But all right, I'm gonna start here. As long as I start like centered on this, I hit the macro. It does 50, moves to here, does 50, moves here. It goes through the whole sequence, you know. I guess you could do that if you really wanted to. If you're gonna do like, you know, 50 a day or something like that, it'd be a lot, you know, it'd be worth the time and effort to do that and then turn around just like, okay, I'm gonna say this, go and go get a drink. And then, where'd it go? Oh. Not sure what I used up, but there you go. Then a second one that just hits E for the right amount of time, plus 9, 49, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm gonna look at doing some macros to make that easier. There you go, that's 60. You know, it's 312 million, 156 million if you do half of it. Go in here and be like, all right, I want to transfer that to somebody on the anomaly. There you go, 156 million. I mean, that's a good starting chunk of money. You know, here you go. Go to the space station, sell this, have fun. I feel like that's the Robin Hood thing to do. That's the good deed. You know, except I'm not stealing from the rich. So it's the, yeah, the Stasis Device Santa. There you go, like BT said. Or B Tactical. Stasis Device Santa. You just go in and donate Stasis Devices to the new players and let them just go and be like, yeah, go sell it, take the money, buy what you need, have fun, enjoy the game, pay it forward. Yeah. When you get to the point you can help somebody as a new player by giving them some resources, whether that's something they can sell for money, something they can use to, you know, like, hey, here's a whole bunch of chlorine and here's a bunch of oxygen. Go do some oxygen chlorine expansion and make even more money. You're just gonna take time, do that. Or, hey, here's a stack of runaway mold. Go refine it. Got tons of nanites. Okay, that's another nice thing you do for somebody. Like, I could go and just fill up a storage compartment of nanite or of runaway mold very easily. Wouldn't take any time at all to fill this back up. I could just go give that away. Like, here, take this, refine it. That's how much nanites each? Okay, 1,999 nanites. Yeah. I mean, you give a player a few stacks of that, say, go refine these. They got several thousand nanites as a starting player. That's a pretty nice thing to do. You know, it helps them out. The money, I think, helps out more because, hey, guess what? You can go and take it and buy ships and stuff. The nanites, yeah, you'll have to go and maybe do a little more. What happened? Okay, there it goes. All right, for some reason it was like, you know, it cut that off. I was like, did the power production drop or something? All right. Powered up. Production is going. This is good. So, yeah. Other than doing that, I need to go back and do some more of that. Let's just go here. Oh, wait, that's right. That's the whole reason I came back here was to change the name and take a good picture. Preferably with the storm cleared. There. It heard my plea. You know, imagine finding a spot in the middle of like an ocean area, like no land around, it's just all water. You find a spot that is the activated indium in the ground there and electromagnet nearby. So basically you start your base, everything is underwater, and you just start doing that and work your way up to the point that everything comes up out of the water. And it's just these big stacks like this. So there's really like, you don't even see the base until it breaks out of the water. Then you see like, you're just flying along. Here's these towers sticking out of the water. And then you go in the water and you see like, oh, they just keep going down. And then, oh, there's the base in the middle of it all. All right. Wet metal farm. Complete for now. A lot of activate indium every day. That was a worthwhile upgrade. I feel like that worked. And we did go longer than usual. Gave Jason every chance to come back from getting his x-ray done. Yeah, there you go. A futuristic oil rig. Like, you know, or like a deep sea, except it wouldn't be like, you know, more like a deep sea mining type thing, except it's not underwater. Like, it's not like in The Abyss, the movie The Abyss, where they're underwater, they're a mining operation kind of thing. It's not that. It's not like in another one, Leviathan, and there was another one, Deep Star 6. All three of those, well, Abyss was friendly aliens. Leviathan was genetic experimentation gone wrong, and then Deep Star 6 was just like, oh, we broke into like a sealed cavern where ancient life form was finally able to get out, kind of thing. But all of those had like these, you know, big underwater rigs, or like what was that, the one Twilight girl, Kristen Stewart, underwater. I think it's just called Underwater. She's like at an underwater. It's not a mine. I think hers was. I think theirs was energy production. They were doing something with like some resource for energy production, or they were actually just producing the energy from underwater. You know, that big underwater expanding base. Wouldn't be quite like that. It'd be like that blended with the oil rig type of thing, where you'd have like, I mean, it wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be like a big open space, because it'd be, you know, underwater base, but have like the big underwater structure everywhere, and then you have the basically the pillars, the silos, the rigs that come up out of the water. So you have this rig that's coming up out of the water because here's the electromagnetic, and then you have this rig that's coming up out of the water because it's the extractors, and then you have this rig coming up out of the water, and it's all of the storage. And then you do just like I did there, except, you know, you teleport in, you're in the base. Oh, I gotta go get everything. And you teleport to the topmost, you drop down until you get to the water level, and then you just basically swim from one layer to the next and get as much in the way of activate indium as possible. Oh, I see what I emptied one spot out of. Yeah, carbon. I used up all my activated carbon, or condensed carbon. Oh, and it's not here. That's right. It's no longer above this base. It's at the other one. So I used up all my condensed carbon. That means I still have some somewhere. I got just too much stuff at this point still. That's regular carbon. You know, I also think they would have fixed it by now that you weren't looking at one thing and it's targeting something else. Cobalt can go because I got too much cobalt. There we go. There's that. Actually, I didn't need to do that. I can go over here and do this. Let's do this. Boom. Like that. Actually, that was probably the bad way to do it. Because now it's not going to go where I wanted it to go. Now I don't know where it went. I doubt it went up here. No, it did. For some reason, it put it back into the spot. Oh, I see why. Because I had a stack here already. That's why. Only reason it did that. Otherwise, it would have gone to a random place. So yeah, 2 whole stacks of condensed carbon, ferrite dust, paraffinium. I feel like I want another 10 storage rooms, or double the size of the storage rooms. And then I'll be a little bit happier. Because, yeah, I'm still running out of space. between the different farms and everything I'm doing and all the stuff I get everywhere. All right, yeah, we're gonna call it, wrap it up. Yeah, I would bring Timmy out, but he kind of he ditched me. Can't even see him. He's not even in the room. He just left me. He just literally like, that's it, I'm done, I got my snack, I'm gonna go in here. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up today because, well, you know, I got it done what I was gonna do, and I'm shocked that it was that simple of a change to get away from the diminishing returns being as bad. When the FCS mods come out for below zero, I don't know if I'll stream it or do videos. It really comes down to what they do. The last they posted about it, they were having to use their own modified version of the SML helper, which made it not compatible with other mods. So if they update it to be where they're using the same SML helper that other modders are going to be using, and I could say, oh yeah, I want to run this one from this other mod group and it not be a problem, then okay, I'll do it. But the last I saw, they were having to use their own little mod manager for it, and you know, that's probably going to end up, it's not guaranteed, but it probably will at some point affect me when I'm like, hey, I want to use this mod. Oh, I can't because it needs the normal SML helper, and I have to use this custom one for the FCS to work. Timmy the Trader. Yeah. You've been dropping mold and stasis on new players. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just go help people out. Like me, if I could find a place to get it, like as a farming type of thing, which I know is like not going to happen, but it'd be great if you could find a place where it just replenish. I would go buy the S-Class multi-tool upgrades for the scanner. The ones that, you know, are like plus 8,000% on flora, fauna, mineral, stuff like that. I would buy those. And I would go and be like, hey, here you go. Here's this. Oh, you just started? You're just now coming to the anomaly? All right, here you go. Have this. Put it on your multi-tool. Just make sure to unpack it before you trade off that multi-tool. Because then they go and they scan stuff, which every new player is doing, because that gets you some money and gets you nanites. And they go from, oh, I scanned this, made like 200 units, to I scanned this and I just made 16,000 units. Like what happened? They're going, like, that would be a big boost. You know, just if you didn't want to mess with somebody's experience by like just saying, hey, here's stuff to make a lot of money. Here's a lot of money. You know, go sell this, make a lot of money. That'd be one way to do it. They could still have that hands-on, like I've got to go scan things, but it does, you know, streamline it a bit. But yeah, I just, you know, I say pay it for it, you know, if you can, you know, like SBots, when this new save, when I was first starting this save that I'm playing on now, SBots gave me a bunch of the salvage data. So I could go ahead and unlock a bunch of stuff and gave me a good start. There was a way to mass produce salvage data, like especially even if it was just in-game, like very upper tier, like harder to make than the Stasis device. I'd go and make a farm for it just so I could go and be like, hey, you're a new player? Here you go. Here's a stack. Here's 2 stacks of salvage data. Go unlock stuff. Have fun. Why not? Help people out, you know? It cuts out some of the tediousness for some people. Now, some people are going to be mad if you like just start donating stuff to them. Like, hey, I just gave you 3 stacks of stasis devices. And they're like, I don't want this. You know, I didn't want this. You know, some people get mad at you for that because they want that challenge or whatever. But there's some people that just want to get, they want to get past the like baby steps part and get to the meat of it. And it's like, hey, here's 10 stasis devices. Go to the space station, sell it, and you can buy a decked out multi-tool. You can buy, you know, Class S a ship if you come across a good one somewhere. Like, go look at the coordinate exchange, find out where Class S is, go to that location, buy it. You know, you got enough to do that. and to buy a pretty decent freighter if you find one. You know, I mean, 156 million. I don't think it's going to be enough to cover like a really top tier one. I want to say I think the one I've got was like 180 million. But still, it's going to be enough to get you a good B class, you know, get you some stuff going. I mean, it's a simple little thing. Here's half a stack that would be in my freighter is half a stack. In my inventory is a stack. I'm just going to give you a stack. Go sell it. I don't need it. Go help you out. And it just gives somebody a really good start. Same thing with the fungal mold or runaway mold. You give them a stack of that. That's 1,999 nanites after they refine it. I mean, that's a good bump to the nanites at the beginning. I mean, it takes a good while to build up a certain number of nanites, especially when it's like you go one of the little damaged, you know, tech module things, and you're like, oh, hey, look, I got 25 nanites from it. Okay, go wander along. Oh, hey, here's another one, you know, 2 minutes later, versus here, take this stack, set it going in a refiner for 20 minutes, come back in 20 minutes, you got 1,999 nanites. Simple. So, yeah, I'm totally with the whole, you know, just go help people out. You know, same thing as doing like the guide videos, you know. Yes, I get some money from ad revenue, but it's more of like trying to make things easy for somebody. Like, oh, I want to know what's the best way to make money early game. Well, here's your options. Decide which one's your best, you know, or just go beg players for stuff you can sell. I mean, that's technically a good option as long as you feel like begging people. All right. So, all right, I'm going to go check on where Timmy's hiding at since he has ditched me for the day. But yeah, that was, whole point was to upgrade my Indium farm. And again, I don't remember seeing this anywhere. When the whole diminishing returns became a thing, but it's only diminishing based on what's connected together. If it's not how many are in that area of the deposit, it's not how many are stacked there, it's how many are linked together in one connection. So split your storage, split your extractors or collectors, you know, gas extractors, mineral extractors, split those up into different groups. And it reduces the diminishing return effect. Granted, you know, you might not want to do like 20 groups of 5 to maximize it out, but I did 4 groups of 25, and it's got me to was going to be a lot of activated indium per day, as opposed to stacking them all together. It would probably still take me 48 hours to get to 80,000 indium, and I'm going to get like 108,000 in the same time and 24 hours. So yeah, just simply split your connections up and have like one chunk here, kind of like conveyors in Satisfactory. Instead of putting everything together with conveyors, you have this trunk that's a set of conveyors and another trunk that's a set of conveyors, and they just feed to their own storage. In the end, you just go to the separate storages and collect everything. It's just that simple to reduce the effect of the diminishing returns. But maybe that was said somewhere else before. I never saw it, but there you go. Simple fix for that. And yeah, with that, we're going to go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Be safe this week, and we'll do this again next Saturday.